Z159 FM.
Nerd jock! Nerd jock! Big fat guy with a tiny cock. Nerd jock. Nerd jock! Bowl haircut and floppy socks. Little cock, huge body. Sports, news, nerd party. Ran over an old man playing Pokemon Go. Smallest cock on the show. Smallest cock on the show.
Heart of my heart, I love you. Life would be naught without you. Light of my life, my darling, I love you. I love you. I can forget you never. From you I ne'er can sever. Say you'll be mine forever. I love you only.
Time for a bath, time for bath, time for a bath, and time for bath. Time for a bath, time for bath, time for a bath, and time for bath.
I wish my refund hurry up so I can have a taxitude.
Time for a bath, time for bath, time for a bath, and time for bath.
I'ma be like, let me get 20 on pump 3.
Time for a bath, time for bath, time for a bath, and time for bath.
Matter of fact, make it 25, and yes, I would like to donate to the March of Dimes, so ring me up that Coke and candy bar 2 for $2.22 deal where $1 goes to March 2. Oh, and ring these Skittles up for my kid too. And when the cashier tells me to have a nice day, I'm gonna be like, no ma'am, you have a blessed day, sugar.
Time for a bath, time for bath, time for a bath, and time for bath.
Pull down my shades like Kim Kardashian, smile like Gabrielle Union.
Time for a bath, time for bath, time for a bath, and time for bath.
Flip my bundles like Nicki Minaj and queen out the door like Beyonce.
Time for a bath, time for bath, time for a bath, and time for bath.
Goofy face, goofy face, goofy face, heart, 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 muscle, muscle, muscle.
Time for a bath, time for bath, time for a bath, and time for bath.
Sassy black girl, sassy black girl, sassy black girl, kiss, kiss, kiss. Hashtag so what, hashtag I ain't shame, hashtag my money, hashtag call me taxitude honey.
Live from the Injured on the Go Just Call Mo studio.
It's a blast!
It's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Hello. This is your Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan program. We hope that you will find our presentation precise, joke heavy, and just right. Thanks.
Welcome to the Friday free show of A Mediocre Time.
It is another A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom. Brendan Bunting O'Connor's here.
Hey! Hide your husband. He's here. He's here.
How you doing?
Good to see you, man. I feel like it's been forever since we've seen you.
Yeah, too long. I guess I was too crass last time. It's been too long.
No.
We had a meeting last week
No,
after the show.
That's true.
We did. We're cooking something up.
I do like that you were ready to instantly yes and into fabricated radio hijinks.
Yeah.
You got the goods.
Yeah.
Thanks for noticing
All
my
of,
goods.
all of this Dungeons and Dragons role-playing talk, you were ready to go like, all right, let's fuck some shit up.
Yeah.
I like that, man.
Thank you. Bring it.
Always good to see people we haven't seen in a minute. Glad you're here, my friend.
Well, I try to stay top of mind.
We see Scotty a lot more.
Yes,
and
I
boy,
Well, he's
is
paying.
he fucking grumpy. Oh,
No, he's not. Why don't you say he's
I love
our
him.
sponsor?
I love him.
I love Scotty.
but
he's not
he's so grumpy.
Yeah,
oh, my
he's
God.
very
Shares a bed with
educational.
him.
Yeah,
No,
he's the
he's
grumpiest.
not grumpy at
He's
all.
so grumpy.
Yes,
He's the
default,
nicest.
Yeah,
default grumpy.
I give him hugs, though, because I love him
Yeah.
so much.
No,
He's a good man.
Hold on. I will say that
He's got a
You're
boner for
grumpy,
you,
too.
Tom,
You're
that's why.
very grumpy, too.
Yeah, well, me and Scotty had a lot in common.
I know you do.
we look at each other. We're like, yeah, we know what's
Yeah.
going on.
Asperger's.
All these.
That's what you have in common.
No.
It's true.
Well, we're looking at our partners. We're like, they're crazy.
Yeah.
Me and Crystal are just like, me and Crystal both know that y'all will never get it diagnosed, but we know you're on the
It's
spectrum.
very hard, and it's also hard for you and
Everybody.
Crystal to be so beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't shower yet today, but thank
Hey,
you.
that's all right. You came to the right show.
Oh,
Yeah,
hey.
you came to the Stinky Ball Show.
Stinky Ball Show.
Real quick, our BDM Appreciation Week is coming up. We sent out an email to all BDMs this morning letting everybody know when the $5 T-shirts go for sale for BDMs
wow.
only.
Yeah, $5 T-shirts.
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
And
Old
It's a-
designs.
we have a lady design that is I believe it is now it took Tom.
Lady design.
We always fuck
Men
up
and
the
women
we
shirt.
fuck up the ladies' designs all the time,
Why?
right? Like, because we're
You put boobs on them?
no, we just
It's the garment. The design's the same.
it's
but
the drape. It's the drape.
Oh, like
We
the
fuck
cut.
up the drape. Yeah,
cut of the jib.
We fuck the cut up. So
no.
Tom, Eric, and Mark Villain worked very hard on sourcing. We
trust
found
him.
it, right? We got the right one.
The original one we did 2 years ago
Yes.
that everybody liked. But that will be all in the information that we sent all BDMs.
Yeah.
Excellent.
If you're not a BDM, it's still time to get involved because we're not sending these shirts out until after the pre-order.
Correct.
So you could sign up at tomanddan.com.
/registration goes right to the love meter, and for as low as $1.95, you can join up.
And then just email us. The pre-sale is going to go on for a full week, and like I said, all the information got sent out to all BDMs. If you want to sign up this weekend and email us like, hey, I want to be in, just, no problem. Then we got a BDM Appreciation Party going on for BDMs only at the end of BDM Appreciation Week, April 19th.
Put your keys in a bowl.
All that information.
Or your handgun.
We've got we've got a whip show going on.
We have
that
a
I
whip
gotta
show.
A whip
He has
show?
to talk to
Yeah.
the whip lady after the show today.
Whip lady?
He has to call the whip lady.
April Jennifer Troy.
Oh, I love her.
There's that hot guy that does like the LARPing
Well,
events.
we got
and
a
runs
hot, we got a
downstairs.
hot girl. We got
Siobhan Whip.
like a sexy Asian scientist with a whip.
Ooh. What
Yeah,
makes
yeah.
her a scientist?
Well, she's an actual scientist. Like she works at NASA. Like she actually,
Like a rocket
yeah.
scientist?
I don't know if I'm supposed to say that. Like, her day
But
job.
she moonlights
her
as a
day
whipper?
job is a scientist. Yeah, like she told me that she has to call Tom this afternoon because she has a scientist convention to go to. That's not
a
bullshit.
scientist convention?
Yes.
That's bullshit.
No, it's not bullshit.
That's bullshit.
It's not.
I'm
That's
gonna
like
have
what
her.
Scotty tells me, and then he goes and makes out with a stranger.
He's allowed to do that. God, I wish I was gay.
I told you I love Scotty.
He's got like,
gays
I
have
gotta
more
go to
fun.
a scientist convention. And I'm
Yeah.
like, that's 2 this week.
Even the grumpy gays make out with other people.
Yeah. Wait, the grumpy straights, no fun at all.
Grumpy
Seriously,
straights are
no
the
fun.
worst. Oh, you're a grumpy straight.
Yeah, I
and you
know.
suck.
God damn it.
You're
No.
fucking terrible.
I mean, it is objective that gays have more fun, right? At this point.
Well, it depends on the gay, but yeah.
It does depend on the
Well,
gay because
I'm
I've
saying-
seen some really nasty,
Oh.
mad at the world
Yeah.
gays.
yeah, but I'm saying in average, the more
Yeah.
I would
like,
bet per capita gays
Yes.
would probably have it more
Yeah,
fun.
I
God
agree.
damn it.
I agree.
No
You know.
kids.
Yeah, no
yeah.
kids.
No, I think even with kids, you guys
Glory
are having more
holes.
fun.
No, that's true.
Not that
Even
way.
the gays, we have a very, very, we have a gay couple that has kids in our that your wife sold a house to, and they have more fun than
Oh,
anybody.
yeah, they have more
They're
fun.
always on a virgin boat, like partying.
Oh, yeah.
Not with their kid, because there's better parents than you are. So, well, some of you.
Yeah.
I love seeing pictures of gay parents who are like in Puerto Vallarta. They leave the kid with the grandparents or
Yeah.
something. They all go off. They just suck dick for 2 weeks.
Oh, is that what they do?
That's
you're-
way more
That's what
fun.
that's what my dad said. They
If
did.
you're in Puerto Vallarta, you're there for a reason. And
We
it's
go-
not.
My dad told me that one time.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, "Do you know what gays do on vacation?"
But
And I was like, "What, Dad?" And he goes, "Same thing that girls do. Suck dick." He didn't say that.
Girls don't do that. At least the girls I know.
Well, we're off to a great start today. I feel like this is good.
oh, you're wrong. Well, there's a recipe for being a good guest. Talk about dick. Say something like faggot
Yeah.
a couple times.
No, don't say my
And
God.
call
Don't
it
say
a day.
that.
Call it a day.
Yeah,
I can say
Brendan
it.
knows. They like
I
that.
can say it.
Anyway, sign up to become a BDM at tomandan.com.
Don't do that.
You're gonna get
So-
soda in your nose.
I mean, no, do sign up. Just don't make jokes while I'm drinking a cold Topo Chico.
Sounds like a you problem.
So, Brendan, I don't know if you know this, but Daniel's falling apart.
I am.
I do.
yeah.
I concerned.
So, but this, and now his butthole is falling apart.
My butt.
Are
Okay.
you prolapsing?
No, I am not prolapsing. But everybody go
That's
out.
what happens when you go to Puerto Vallarta.
Everybody should
Come
go.
back looking like an apple fritter.
Oh my God! Everybody.
I don't know exactly what that means.
I do. Just go search for the tweet that Howie Mandel put out. And then he said,
Howie Mandel.
Howie Mandel put out a tweet of a prolapsed asshole this week. And then he said, "Is this COVID related?" Asking for a friend. It actually made me laugh. It did make me laugh. People were like, "That's not funny." I was like, "I don't know. I think it's pretty fucking funny." I laughed at it. I laughed at it hard. Okay, so let me tell you what's happening. Okay, so it used to be that you got a colonoscopy at 50.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I am 48. They changed the
Oh,
last year. I think,
Earlier?
they moved it to 45. So I go to do my normal, your
haven't
normal
had to do
wellness
that yet.
check with your doctor. Once a year, insurance covers it. So I'm going there.
Well, that's what they moved, just insurance covering it.
Right.
So then they could say, get it at 45.
Yeah, we need that money. We need that money. So so I go
Yeah,
there, and then
preemptive
she's like,
screenings.
"Yo, you're late. You got to get your colonoscopy." And I'm like, "Okay." So you guys heard the tale that I told you. Maybe you didn't hear it, but I had called the scheduling people had called me to schedule my colonoscopy. They're supposed to ask you a series of questions. They went to ask me a series of 50 questions.
Yeah.
Question one is, are you experiencing diarrhea? And I said yes. And the lady hung up on me because apparently I flagged it. So anyway, because I have IBS and
Yeah.
because I'm more of a problem tummy or problem anus, they're making me go see a gastroenterologist before I go for my colonoscopy.
Oh, God.
They don't want to knock on the door and
I
something
guess.
happen.
I mean, like the firefighters that were in here this week for a corporate time, I talked to them. They've had it done.
Yeah.
They could just walk right in and get it done.
Yeah.
So
Or
apparently,
they don't they're like me. They don't
lied.
tell them anything.
Yeah, they don't. But
They're
Why
like,
do
you have any problems?
diarrhea all the time?
I'm nervous all the time. Like I'm literally like a little. I am like
a little pee-pee dog. The
I'm like a
diarrhea's
little-
everywhere.
I'm like a little Yorkie.
It has to. You're prone for. Are the other friend too? The butt bumps. What are they called?
What are butt bumps?
Hives?
Hemorrhoids?
Hemorrhoids. Don't you?
But I've never heard butt bumps. That's the nicest way to say hemorrhoids I've ever heard.
You mean the
Oh
red
my
bumps on his
God.
ass? He's got
I've been
It's
robbed-
fiber. You have a fiber problem.
No.
No, I
It's
take
his
five.
brain.
I take 5 Metamucil fibers in the morning, 5 at lunch, and 5 at dinner. Man, that stuff comes out like fucking granola.
Well, maybe that's why you're pooping weird.
So,
It's
so
his
anyway,
brain, Brendan.
much
It's
time.
always the brain.
it-
Seth's the brain. This is the brain. Howie's the brain.
It is my brain. Part of it is my
Okay.
brain. Yeah, the nervous, the neuroses, the anxiety. Yeah, I'm sure that there is an issue where maybe I lend to like making my IBS a little bit
Okay.
because of my
Yeah.
nervousness. My mom had it. Right? It's in the DNA. Right,
Okay.
it was passed to me.
That's your fight
So-
or flight response.
So I go to this gastroenterologist, and the lady, like when she meets me, she's like, "Okay, well, you're gonna get your colonoscopy. We'll schedule you that today, no problem." I'm like, "Great." She's like, "I'm also gonna schedule this other thing for you to do. You're gonna have to go. It's very easy, and it's just you're gonna have to and defecate in a hat that you set on the toilet." And I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
"What do you mean, like a hat?"
yeah.
I said it just like that too.
It's like a
I was like,
saran wrap pouch.
well, so she said I'm gonna poop in a hat on the toilet, and then I'm like, okay, and then so I shut her down. I said, so is it like that box cartoon on the TV where the little cartoon box says, "Hey, poop in me and send me away"?
Oh yeah.
And she's like, it's exactly that. I'm like, okay, say no more. I got this.
Why'd you say a hat? Okay.
We'll get to that.
Okay. All right.
So I'm like, all right, well, it's fine. It's okay, we're fine. I got it. I've seen the cartoon box. I
Can
know
I
exactly.
just say, somebody asked me what we talk about on the show, and I was like, 90% of the time it's poop.
Poop, yeah. With 10% bonus.
Why would you
10%
tell
bonus.
that?
Game here,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you open with poop.
10% bonus. Yeah, 12.
Tell me we talk about news or some light tournaments.
Just a couple
I mean,
of
I
guys
can
talking about the
recap.
bowel
I can
movements.
recap the speech if you want, but I think you guys are getting that everywhere. So, so this is what I go to.
Oh, that's it.
She's like, you go to Quest, and we're gonna do some blood work because I want to see what's going on with your stomach. It's been a long time since you've
Yeah.
had like anything done there. And then she also added on, while you're out, I'm gonna add an endoscopy.
Oh.
So you're gonna get both. You're gonna get a camera up your butt, and then you're gonna get a camera, and then apparently both cameras meet in the middle,
And
and when they
touch tips?
kiss, they make a baby camera. No, I don't know. No, but they are doing both. So she's like, it doesn't cost any
On
extra.
your throat?
So she's like, you're gonna get the
I can't.
endoscopy, and I'm like, okay.
I don't
So I'm
wanna.
just kind of going along with it because Andrea wants me healthy. I got to be healthy. I'm 48.
You got that done a bunch of times, though.
No endoscopy. I had it like once 12 years ago.
Oh, you're good then.
Did they tell you
I
not
mean,
to
I
smoke?
think that too, but
Did they
she's-
tell you not to smoke
Yeah.
for a while?
Oh
Or
no,
like,
I'm not.
no?
I don't smoke, so I mean,
well, vape.
I don't count that as smoking.
Yeah.
That's what you say. That's
Yeah, smoking weed is not smoking.
Yeah. That's what it's water vapor, sir. Come on.
And a
that
couple
thing where you-
cigarettes every once in a while, that's not smoking.
that's
I
called
have that
French.
like indigestion where like your throat is so relaxed from all the pot you do that like you start getting like
The dicks just slide right
dicks
down.
just yeah.
Yeah, just like hot
You
dogs.
get a gag reflex.
Hold on, indigestion, pot indigestion?
I don't get that.
It's like your throat is so relaxed you get like reflux.
No, I don't have
Yeah.
that.
No,
That's
no,
what I
no.
have.
That's
Hang on.
that's on the
Yeah,
internet.
I think you
That's
made that up. You were jealous of my poop story.
That's a meme.
I was, and I
Okay,
was like,
so-
"What about me?"
So she tells me, she's like, you're going to go by Quest, you'll do the blood work, and while you're there, the lady will know, and then she's going to hand you all the equipment for
Oh
it.
my
She's like,
gosh.
super easy. And
At Quest?
yeah, Quest. So I'm
Okay.
like, no, you don't do it at Quest.
Oh.
So she's like, you're going to go there.
Oh,
the
the
lady will give you your box. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. So I make my appointment. It's right up here by First Watch. I drive up there to get my
at Mills Park.
yeah, at Mills Park. I go up there to get my stuff done. The lady does the blood part, and it's this like little tiny Asian lady, like little. I've had all my doctors are Asian now, which I'm okay with.
Yeah.
I'm totally okay with it. I like it, and plus, if we're gonna go to war with China, I already have tons of friends,
And they already have your data.
multiple allies.
Well,
I do. I mean, like they like me because I chirp, they chirp. It's a chirping culture. I feel like I fit in there,
yeah, but the problem is, as
and I'm
Americans,
very respectful. I'm very respectful.
we think all the Asians are the same, and they're
They're
different.
not. I know. I gotta learn that.
They all have the.
I'm trying to learn
And
that.
They all
we're-
dislike each other for
Yeah.
some reason.
And their
some
least
Asians
favorite,
don't
their
like
least
the other
favorite
one.
Asians are the Caucasians.
Yeah.
His
Yeah.
least favorite.
So
like
then,
the-
this is what she gives me, and I'm gonna do it as her, and don't get mad. And you can get
I
mad.
love your little cowboy hat.
Yeah, you can get mad if you want to, but I'm not. I'm just doing it as she did it. This is a performance, okay?
let's
I'm
see
doing
it.
nothing more than a performance.
It's just like getting on and off a plane.
So she says, "Have you ever done this before?" And I'm like, a little old Asian lady, and I'm like, "No, ma'am, I have not."
She talked like Speedy Gonzalez.
Yeah. She's like, have you ever done this before? Like she had like a
Weird.
it's like a
Okay.
rough like voice. She's like, have you ever done this before? And
Yeah.
I'm like, no. Like
Yoda.
almost a little Yoda. And I'm like, she goes, easy.
Sleep in the wet spot, I won't.
And then she hands me this. She goes, this is what you are going to go in.
Oh, it's a flying
It's a
nun
hat. It's literally it's a fucking
Turn it the other-
Stetson.
turn
It's
it
a
the other way.
Stetson journeyman.
Well,
a
it
nun.
looks like a plastic cowboy hat cut in half.
Yeah.
But not cut in half
What's
where
the
the
little-
head hole is. It's just the back rim
Yeah.
is cut off.
What's the little dribble part for?
Okay. She goes, when you go in, if it's solid, you leave it in there. And then if it's solid, hold on. I got to get all my stuff in.
Let's learn.
She goes, hold on. I got to get my stuff. Okay, these. Okay.
If
This
it's
is the first
solid.
one. She goes, if it's solid, these two right here, they have a liquid in it. You put the poo-poo in the top. And do not fill it past the line. If you fill it past the line, it will be rejected.
If it's too much?
Yeah, and then this is the little tongue depressor that you scrape your shit
Oh my
in there.
God.
And then she said, if it's runny, there's a little spout.
Okay,
And then she did the little, and she did it like that. She goes, she's got a little spout. And then she's like, "Tee, tee," like showing me how to turn. Then she goes, and this is the funny part. I started laughing at this part. Then she goes, there's 4 more vials. And these vials, I don't know if you can see that. These vials look like they have little cocaine spoons on the end of the top
Yeah.
of the vial. You can see
Yeah.
this at twitch.tv/TomandDanLive or YouTube /@TomandDanLive. And then she goes, and this is how she did it. And it was troublesome.
You have to use it to scoop the poop in.
She had it like this, and then this is what she did. This is what she did. She goes,
Or you spear it like a shish kebab.
you're going to need, she's getting it already. She's like, you're going to
It's
need
like a
one
little
of these.
ice pop.
You're going to need one of these. You're going to need one of these. You're going to need one of these. And she sets them all out there, and then she goes, so you'll take this, and you'll use it. It's got a little spoon. It's got a little spoon. And she was taking it up like that. She's like, it's got a little spoon. Like, taking it high. And then I did this whole for Andrea and Maisie, too, and they were just howling laughing. And I'm like, and then she goes, you take the little spoon, you put it in. She goes, these, you do it 4 times. These, you put in your freezer, you freeze.
You put the doo-doo in your freezer?
I have to freeze 4 vials of my fucking doo-doo. These 4 vials get frozen with
what
the little
the hell?
spoon. They got the little spoon. Don't forget to use the little spoon. So I freeze 4 vials of my shit in the freezer. Then the other 2 vials I sit on the top of the freezer and let them just, I guess, get hot and sticky while I make another appointment. And then I shove all of this shit into the bag and bring it down there and hand it to some fat black lady who's going to, thank you, baby.
That's how you
I'm
make
done with all
kombucha.
of this. Fuck this shit. I'm done with
Well,
all
this
of
is
it.
your fault, by the way.
It's not my
Yeah,
fault
you
just because
told-
I told the truth. Oh, when you go
Don't-
to the doctor, you're supposed to lie. Yeah, that's the way we're living now. Hey,
Yeah,
don't forget, when you go to the doctor, tell him everything's fine,
'cause-
and you'll get the cancer.
Nobody tells us that as you grow up, you have to make poopsicles for your doctor.
This is bullshit.
Nobody tells you that. You know, get a flying nun hat.
This is bullshit.
I've
Oh
never-
my
Are you
God,
gonna
I'm
put it
breaking-
in a? You have to put it in a bag that
my
you can't see through it,
all
because
my
otherwise,
shit is breaking.
Maisie's gonna try to get in for a popsicle. She's gonna see this
No,
bag
my
of
children
What are
frozen
they-
shit.
What are they testing for?
I have no idea.
All the things.
I literally
it's
have no
because you. I
You
know
can
why.
see if there's
You-
cancer in your poop. They can find it like
Yeah,
that.
but he's doing a colonoscopy.
Yeah, so I mean, like, why do I gotta do
But that's
this too?
for growths.
I mean, some would say,
Yeah,
and
but-
I'm not saying this, some would say
You can find
that since they
precancerous
are
ones.
doing my colonoscopy,
Yeah.
that maybe they wanted to do this for money. I'm not saying that.
Yeah, I say that. Well, I mean, you told them I got diarrhea every day, and then that check
No,
the
I didn't
box.
say every day. I said
Well-
it comes and goes. Like
Yeah.
I've told them the truth.
Abnormal diarrhea checks a box, and they're like, all right, now we can do all these tests, and we'll hit them for that. And then these specialists and stuff.
And in the
that's
back,
it.
they're laughing. They're like, give him the cowboy hat.
And
Give him the cowboy hat. See what he
Well,
does.
then, like the fact that, and it's like I'm gonna do it.
You gonna do it over the sink?
I'm gonna make the appointment for Monday. I think the hardest part's gonna be shitting in that hat because I got big long boys, man.
Well,
You do?
Oh yeah, I got long shit.
you should have told the lady
It's
that
gonna coil. You'll make a pot.
you have years of experience with picking up your doo-doo and playing with
No,
it.
you can't. It's got to be in the hat. You can't let it touch the water because there's bacteria in the water. And
Well, yeah, well,
they're-
And cleaners and stuff.
Well, all I'm saying is that this is not abnormal to you that much more.
You've done it.
You know, it would be to me because I've never picked up my log of doo-doo and inspected it.
Ever?
no.
Can I
never.
tell you a story?
have you ever picked up your? Okay, hold on.
This,
And no one else is on camera except for those that need to be. Raise your hand if you've ever picked up your own poop.
What the hell are you doing?
All
right.
Hold on, our guests
so
are
we are
raising their
now.
hand.
So we are now at a 50-50 American Accord, sir. That is split down the middle, just like sit stand.
I had to because we were on the septic tank, and I was notorious. I don't want to. Why am I talking?
What do you mean you were notorious? What?
Nobody's
Notorious what?
making me
Notorious
talk about this.
B.I.G.?
Why am I telling you this?
Because
story?
you feel comfortable.
What do I-
You feel
I know
comfortable.
you fooled me into.
Because I
That's what
overshare
happened.
like crazy.
I used to plug the toilet when I was in my teens.
Yeah.
And it was 'cause
you're a big guy,
Yeah,
man.
I am, and I
You're-
used to eat a lot of cheese. Like
Yeah.
I probably made myself lactose intolerant.
Uh-huh.
But there was a time where I would know if the poo was too big to go down, and I used to have to take it out of the toilet and I'd throw it in the river. Behind our
You
house.
just earned a lot of points from Tom. That makes you tougher.
I
feel
knew
like.
it would
If
plug
you
the
know-
toilet.
if
Don't
you
put it in
take
the river.
You know what makes you
Yeah.
tough? If you know your shit's so big that you have to throw it in the river, you're a fucking tough Canadian real man.
How close did you live to the river?
It was like I'm fogging up my glasses. We lived on the river. We used to have Tarzan ropes and stuff, and we'd just go down to Lake Superior. And I would do it because I was so embarrassed and ashamed that I was plugging the toilet.
Yeah, do you know?
Well, then
he
I'm
threw-
ashamed of my doo-doo too. That's what, I think
Yeah.
you're a Canadian real man.
It was
Yeah,
like
I'm a
it was like
Florida real man.
aborting a baby in the river.
You should write oh my God, you should write.
It was really sad.
You should write a baseball like coming of age story about a kid who's like scared of his big doo-doos, so he has to pick them up and throw them into the river. But like by throwing them,
you pick
he
'em up?
learns to play baseball and he
jar.
gets a hell of an arm, right?
You picked up with a jar?
A jar, a mason jar,
What you had?
or a yogurt container. My
would-
parents were notorious for reusing containers. We had like a whole cupboard just like old yogurt containers.
Did you hide it
old
from...
spaghetti jars?
So you would just take the spaghetti jar and like gently ladle
And
it
I'd-
in and let the turd just fly in?
Yeah, and then I'd run outside and throw it in the river.
I like that. You know that's one of the things on our show. Well, the original member, it was throw all of our equipment in the river.
I'm so embarrassed.
You fit in here, man. No, you fit in here. You're one of us.
If you're, like,
I was in my teens and I didn't know anything, and
So-
I hated my body, and I was just. I didn't understand.
You're having a moment.
I was. I didn't understand what was
I
happening.
do like taking a big Canadian real man shit and hating. You're like, God, I'm ashamed of
You're
it.
like, why can't I be delicate? Why am I so fucking
I'm like
big?
just this giant man that just has giant turds. And it didn't line up with my narrative of myself
Yeah,
as
I
a
get
delicate
that one
northern flower.
that totally makes sense, man.
You know what I mean?
Did you have
Everybody
to?
wants that little. You want one of these, right? One little.
Did you have to make
Yeah.
sure
Yeah, a
your
little
dad didn't see you running out with a
I had
jar?
to time it, so nobody was home. I would wait. I'd
God.
get cramps because I didn't want to poop at anyone
Oh,
else's home.
Brendan, this is
And we had a
terrible.
tiny little bathroom that was right next to the kitchen with like thin wind like walls. Anyone could hear you take a dump at my parents' house. And they would listen. They turned the
They would
CBC
listen.
radio up. They turned the radio up so they didn't have to hear you fart, like
You know, ongoing CB radio in your house. Just
it's CBC radio. CBC radio. It's like NPR, but it's our national
Canadian
radio station.
broadcasting.
Oh, okay.
And everybody listens to it. My dad used to call in and make us do bird calls. Like, yeah.
Like you're all on the radio.
On the radio.
Stop throwing your turds and get in here. We're doing bird calls. Dude, you fit in here so well.
Oh, I'm glad.
Yeah,
I'm glad. Thank you
Anybody
for
that
telling me that.
throws their turds is a friend of
That's
mine.
so gross.
So-
If any of you listeners
Dude,
call me out in public for that, I will kill
I
you.
do all kinds of gross stuff, and you know what I have found over the years is that most of the time, once a year, I'll get an email, and I know there's tons of them out there, but I'll get an email from somebody that says, "You're just being honest. We all do it." I get those. I get those all the time.
I like to imagine one of your neighbors down the river. so in rivers,
Oh, they had corn last week.
every once in a while, there's portions of a river that create like a whirlpool
Yeah.
that just like catches floating logs
Yeah.
and things.
Yeah, and then they
all
just
types of
swirl
logs.
beautifully.
And then
There's a beaver house just down the way, too. I'm
Really?
sure I flooded them out.
Oh my god.
I think it's called like is it an eddy or something? I forgot what
Yeah,
the
I
think you're right.
And it just
Where it's like it hits a little a blockage, and then
and
it
it
comes
can't
back around.
it can't go any further. It just basically gets stuck in this little thing.
Like a big old shit whirlpool in the middle of
Have you
Dooley
ever
River.
shit in
Yeah,
the river?
In the river? No. Although
'Cause I
we
bet
had a
that would
friend
feel
that did
great.
that once, and then he was so embarrassed he biked home. with shit in his swimsuit. He was so embarrassed.
Dude, the river goes hard.
I know.
Yeah.
That
I
poor
like it.
river.
Most people I know have shit inside a
In a
body of
water.
water.
Yeah,
Either the ocean
I've shit in the ocean.
or the
You shit
river.
in the ocean?
Yeah,
East
because
River.
if you were surfing and you didn't want to go back in.
Do you wish you had a little hippo tail to like propeller it and spread it around?
I wish. You're not that talented.
You just credit card swipe it.
Yeah, you really do. You just put your fingers through there a couple times. And then you're like, and everybody thinks this, I think, too. At least I know I do, is I do the credit card and I'm like, that's efficient and I feel clean. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Because the paper ain't cutting it.
One of our listeners told the story I'll never forget about he had to shit and he was in the middle of the lake, so he swam to the middle of the lake and then he dove down and held onto a rock underwater.
I don't believe it.
Underwater.
I don't believe
I
it.
never believed that. I was like,
I don't believe
I was like, I don't know if you can shit underwater.
Like a pearl diver.
I don't think you can shit underwater.
Like I think because your body won't let you breathe in water
If
consciously.
all of the
you know?
holes in your head are closed with water,
Yeah. It's like
and you go to shit, I feel like your head would pop inside your body or something.
it's like a
Like
gator's
sneezing
eyes.
with your eyes open.
Yeah, you can't do it.
Yeah.
Like I think once you
Your
go
eyes will
under,
pop
your
up.
body's like nothing's coming out.
I don't know.
Interesting.
Challenge accepted.
But
Yeah,
he
we could do that.
swore it. He
We
did.
could do that at the BDM thing in the Cabana Live pool.
I'm afraid you'll get sharks or something if you do it in the ocean. Like, will they like
No, sharks
bodies
don't care
things?
about that.
They're like, oh,
No, fish will though.
yeah. Or that
Oh,
Amazon
yeah, they
fish
will
that'll go up
school
your
on you.
pecker. If you pee in the Amazon, that thing will go up your pecker.
Yeah, I remember as a kid when I heard about the pecker Amazon fish.
The pecker Amazon fish. I think most little boys think of the pecker
Yeah.
Amazon
It's like
fish.
a little needle up your urethra.
you know what?
It's like, why did I learn about that? Now, for even when I'm peeing in a swamp or
Yeah.
anywhere in
Yeah.
that like
That's what's
swampy
gonna
area,
happen.
I think about the pecker fish.
I do
I don't-
too. Trauma.
I don't really think about it because I always thought it was just in the Amazon.
I don't-
You know, and then I was like, that thing
Well,
would swim up a girl's vag.
Same thing.
too.
You're afraid of sharks when you get in the big deep end of a pool. You know, it's like, oh,
Also,
what's down there?
my plan would be if I see it swimming up the stream, I will stop peeing and then let it go down.
Do you ever do that like as a Kegel,
Oh, it does
just to stop yourself from peeing?
Yeah.
Don't pinch it. Just like
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
I can
I
easily do
always
it.
do that.
force of will.
Yeah, I like to go like pee and then like
Yeah.
and do like little shots.
I'm uncircumcised, so if I pinch the
Me
top,
too.
it turns into a balloon.
balloon. I do the balloon. Yeah. You know, here's a trick after sex.
You have to be careful though, because if it's not cinched direct, if you don't cinch it too well, it leaks.
I don't
out.
think I've ever told you this. After sex, because I'm uncircumcised, if I come, the inside of my foreskin is covered with
true.
with cum.
And now you
so
know-
if you
now
pinch
you
your
know, Tom.
balloon and pee inside of it, and then shake your balloon around, and then let go of
Oh,
it,
yeah.
it rinses
A
the cum
rinse.
out.
I
Rinse.
need a real man to teach my sons about uncircumcised penises because they
Oh,
don't
yeah.
have. They
you
don't
need
have.
a Canadian log jammer.
I remember my dad having to have that conversation of how to clean ourselves.
Yeah, but I don't
Really?
Kids. Oh yeah.
I don't know nothing about it because I'm circumcised.
I
have
ain't
to.
know
You
nothing
have
about
to.
no penis.
They've not, but they've had that discussion.
No, well, I'd say clean it. They're like, I don't want to. And I'm like, God damn.
My
Well, I give it
brother,
a go.
my brother didn't want to do it. True, and he almost had to get like a later in life circumcision because he got.
That's what I tell
an
them, and they won't
infection.
listen. You
You'll get
need-
an infection.
What?
If you don't clean it, you have to clean
You
under
should
the hood.
not be sharing that.
Come to my house.
Sorry, Patrick. He's gonna come on the show,
know,
and everyone's gonna be
I
like,
know.
"Oh, that's the guy with
Like
the
you've
dirty,
been telling
the
me I'm
dirty
gonna
pecker."
meet this guy, and I'm like, well, don't tell me that.
Come to my house
He had a
and teach,
bloodsucker on his balls once too. I
teach
remember
my
that.
sons how to clean their penises, but
Yeah.
dress like Brenda.
I can't do it. I was gonna say, I can't do it as Brenda.
so I can film it and put it on the internet. It'll get a lot of hits.
And then the governor's gonna find out, and then I'm gonna get deported
Oh
to that gay island. I'm not gonna teach your kids how to clean their
You know,
peckers.
my dad
Gay Island will be a fun
That is
island.
not
though.
something I will ever do.
My dad gave me a speech on it too, but you know what my dad did have me do for the longest time?
What?
Is that, and he did this. Like my dad taught me how to clean my uncircumcised penis.
Uh-huh.
But in order to like assimilate to everyone else's style of penis, he told me to pull my foreskin back so it looked like I was circumcised
Oh, and leave it like that?
and leave it like that.
That's not good either.
Well, I'm just telling you what he told me. I mean, like, I don't do it now. Now I just leave it the way it's intended. But
You're so sad you'd hurt yourself.
at the time,
Yeah, that's how I always heard. You had to pull it back and clean out the whole
well,
thing.
that's how he
Okay.
taught me. Like, that's why when, like, you were telling me something, like, oh, you can't pull it back, and I was like, oh, my dad, man, we crank that thing back like a crank it soldier boy. You know, like pull it back hard, scrub it with a washcloth like sandpaper.
I ripped it once.
Yeah, I did too. I've ripped mine before too.
There's all this information. Don't pull it. Pull it. I look on TikTok.
Slip
I
it
try to
back.
learn. I like, fuck it. Because here's what I tell myself. I'm like, listen, the whole world doesn't do this stupid circumcising thing, and no one tells them nothing. So
Yeah,
they
that's
just
true.
learn by living, and that's how my sons will learn. Because me and
You
Chris,
gotta tell him. Tom.
she tell
You
him.
gotta tell
I
him.
tell him, but I don't because mine's different.
Yeah,
so
roll it
I
back.
never dealt with it.
Yeah,
Roll
wait.
it back, give it a shake in the bathwater. You're good.
We got a couple people in here that have had friends and or a brother-in-law that had to get an adult circumcision because they didn't clean it.
Because it.
Damn, I didn't think
It'll
that
get
was
too
really
tight.
a thing.
It'll
and
get
I'm
too tight because of the if you get an infection, your foreskin can get really tight. You won't be able to roll it back, and sometimes it can get so bad like you have to get it removed.
And then you get a boner, and it's like, rips you like you're
Yeah.
Oh, I
pulling your
get
head
that
through
now.
a turtleneck.
yeah, it's like trying to put on an infant's
too tight.
onesie.
Oh,
or
yeah.
something.
Sorry, everybody.
All right.
Yeah, this is a rough opener.
So gross.
What sponsor?
I'm laughing so hard, man.
What sponsors?
Do you have sponsors for this Friday show?
I don't know.
Never lost a sponsor.
Oh, God, I hate that. Oh, God, I hate it when he does that. This is a wild one today.
All right. You know what? When we come back, we're going to do some light community service work. We're going to tell you about some charity events.
Yeah.
And then Brendan will tell us about some local things going on.
There's a million things happening this week.
Yeah.
And then I got a couple more things too that I want to bring up. The name of the band. Yes, sir. Did you have something to?
No, I was going to say we got some voicemails, emails.
Yeah, we got some good voicemails. The name of the band is Wunderbar. The name of the song is Beta Fish. We'll be right back with more on Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom. Brendan O'Connor.
What? I turned your mic on. All
I'm
right,
Brendan.
There he is. There he is.
Me.
Sorry about that, buddy. Good Lord.
So, Brendan, you were telling me about some stuff going on and
So much.
some stories. Really, I don't know anything local that's going on.
I mean, we could finish out. We could
I should
finish
probably.
out the poop talk with a story from yesterday, I think, at Disney.
Okay.
About poop?
Yeah. Here, if you'll put your attention to the screen, you'll see this is from TikTok. These people were in line for Cosmic Rewind, the Guardians of the Galaxy deal.
Where is that at?
I think it's at Epcot, but I don't know what area of Epcot it is in because I haven't been to it. But
Okay.
you can see all these people covering their faces, covering their noses. There it is. There it is. Somebody, adult or child, just shatted it up on the wall. They shatted the wall. And you can see in the photo they shatted it. They shatted it like that black guy that went on the Monster Cruise that year who shatted up his entire stateroom.
What?
It was Justin Cook's friend. Remember that? Remember that guy?
Don't say people's names.
Oh, right. I didn't say the guy's name. I didn't say the guy's name.
No, but don't say anything but his
Yeah,
name.
that
Has that ever happened to you where you're in a public place and you're like, oh, this is it? It's going to happen.
Oh, man, he shattered it up good.
We had to pull
everywhere.
over in Jersey real quick so I could run behind a dumpster.
And then Tracy saying that people were walking through it.
That's what McDonald's is for. Yeah.
It was a Residence Inn behind their big dumpster.
So
Thank God.
now I will say that I'm surprised this doesn't happen more.
Really?
Because
Yeah,
those
yeah.
lines are so long sometimes.
Yeah, and
Just out of pure desperation of just being there. You're like, I gotta go.
And you're traveling, so you maybe have travel IBS? Like
yes,
Travel food. Yeah.
You? Yeah, travel food.
You've only
These-
been eating
they just
Crystal.
had quinoa for the first time in their life.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
they're tourists. They're they eat the foot long mega dog that they
Yeah.
serve
Oh,
you
yeah.
or whatever.
Turkey leg.
You're eating a bunch of garbage. You're drinking. You're spending a bunch of money. You're mad,
Yeah,
nervous.
yeah.
You're drunk. You've been drunk
I
for
guarantee
days.
Dole Whips cause IBS.
Yeah, citrus ice cream,
Oh.
sure. Oh, yeah. Getting you. Lactose citrus.
Spelling your name.
And then now it is a weird move to me. Okay, because I did,
would
This
run.
was a child. It had to have been a diaper. This
That
was
was gigantic.
This was a diaper that Like this was a diaper
No.
change gone wrong.
No. Diapers.
That was an adult.
Moms know they have a diaper bag.
Blowout.
They can keep it all in. They can put in other
Like
diapers.
she went to fold it up and it flipped over like you dropped your sandwich on the
that
ground.
was someone who bent over, pulled up their sundress, and it just let it go.
Yes,
blasted.
This
Yeah.
A blast.
And then they ran to
A
Epcot.
logorrhea.
Yes, We see these on surveillance cameras all the time where, the internet is full of them where some lady, usually it's a lady, where I think it's because they're used to
restrooms are gross.
They're used to squatting and spraying fast because they've been doing it for so long.
True.
Men don't know how to
Just
do
like
that.
a skunk.
I could not spray diarrhea and pull my pants up as fast as a lady just
Oh,
because
I could.
I have no
I could.
practice.
I'm
No,
faster than ladies.
No, you can't.
I have a lady's asshole.
No.
I can do 100% with my IBS. I'm real
Is that
fast.
called a cloaca?
I have a cloaca.
But ladies have been used to squatting and peeing so much. It's the
I
same
can't
motion.
squat, so you got me there.
Yeah.
Hips are too bad to squat.
And
I'd have to stand like a soldier and watch it run down my legs.
Campbell soup makes you poop out.
and then they
Down your leg and out your boot.
it's either that
Across the floor and out the door.
or poop your pants. Now, I would say that you just take one for the team and poop your pants and then
There's
go
a
home.
team of people pooping their pants.
No, I'm saying,
I'm sorry.
Have I told you my poop story?
which one?
Well, yeah, you
As
did.
as a Cub
The
Scout?
river one? You just
Yeah.
said
Yeah, hold on.
yeah.
Did we go back in
As
time?
a
Let's
Cub
do it
Scout?
again. Let's do it again. Let's run it again. All right, load it up. Pun intended.
As a Cub Scout.
No,
Can I
yeah.
tell you now?
No.
I don't know.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Well, don't just
You
sound
can't
cheesy.
do that.
You wanna
Hold
hear
on.
it? You wanna
Canadian
hear
shit stories. Do you want to give me a hell yeah? All right.
Oh, no. Why?
We have no answer for
don't
that.
say give me a
It
hell
must have
yeah.
been grade one. Grade one, I was constipated. My mom gave me a chocolate laxative, but she didn't tell me what it was. She just gave me this chocolate laxative, and she thought, I'll go to school. It'll kick in. I'll go to the bathroom. Everything's great.
Okay.
I went to
Well, you
school.
gotta warn your kid. Be like, hey, I gave you a laxative.
Yeah, you might
Once-
shit yourself.
Yeah, once this hits.
You might want to bring your mason jar.
Maybe this is where it all started.
yeah, we're unpacking some baggage today, man.
Oh, wait a minute. And I remember sitting in class, and then I had like a heavy fart, and I was like, oh, I gotta go to the bathroom. And then I put my hand up, and the teacher was like, no, recess is about to happen, just wait. And so I was just a polite little grade one kid, and I was like, okay. And I shat myself sitting on the chair.
You're like, well?
I remember, and that's what happened. I shat, and then the recess bell went, and so I went outside and played recess.
You're gonna run it out your shorts. I've done that. You run it out of your shorts. You're like, well, if I run fast enough in circles, it'll
did it.
fly in all directions.
That's called the Dufresne.
And I did it, and I ended up shitting a couple more times
Yeah.
in my pants, and finally, like, the teachers, I guess, called home and were like, we don't have any other clothes, but they couldn't get a hold of my parents.
He
They're
shot
like,
up everything with
Brandon's pooped himself, and we don't have any extra clothes here for him if someone could come by. But my parents didn't get it because they were working, and I remember getting, like, all day had pooped myself. I got off the bus at the end of the day, and my brother
You just went through the whole day.
all day
pooping
full of
your
poop.
pants.
Canadian tough.
And my brother
Tough,
brother said, you can't come in the house. You have a bottle drive today with Cub Scouts, and that's when you go around and you collect bottles from people's homes so you can turn them in and you get the money for the return.
Oh.
And so I was just waiting outside to get picked up by my scout leader and his son, and then we went around and tried to pick up.
Did you tell them?
I didn't say anything.
Did they
to
say
him,
anything?
But they knew something was up because I stank. And then my dad came home, got the message, and we asked my brother where I was, and he was like, "Oh, he's out doing the bottle drive, full of poop." he pooped himself, and so my dad had to drive all over the valley trying to find me. And
Have you seen a boy with shit pants hitting bottles?
It's how they found me. I was
A
asleep in
homeless
the back
little
of this
boy.
guy's station wagon in my own shit, and they slid me off of the seat, and there was a trail of poop on this guy's station wagon seat, and Dad brought me home and hosed me off. And
This may be a
Yeah.
fever dream,
Yeah.
but I felt like you've told me the.
I
poop-
think I've told this story.
Maybe you did.
The bottle drive. The bottle drive
Yeah.
kicked it in. I was like, oh yeah,
That's
and
fantastic.
Then, and
now
then,
I shit in jars.
Yeah. Don't we all? Don't we all at some point? That's what we do. Should we right turn Clyde right into some
we dump that?
happenings? Or we can.
Yeah.
All
I
gone.
dumped it. Thanks.
What's happening in Orlando and surrounding areas? What do we got?
Oh
going
yeah,
on?
I do the news. That's right. Regina Hill, former Commissioner Regina Hill, she was kicked out of office by the governor because the FDLE figured out that she was allegedly had stolen over $100,000 from a 90-something-year-old constituent over in Paramore, and then used her monies to purchase another house for herself and some teeth. She went to Miami and got some new teeth. And
Oh,
yeah,
Well, the lady doesn't need them.
and that old lady,
She's 93.
and she made herself that lady's power of attorney. And
that's how you gotta do
Yeah,
it.
that's
and
the
they
move.
discovered that some of this paperwork has like fraudulent signatures on it, and
Do you
so
think
she's under investigation.
Any listeners would let us become power of attorney over them and take advantage of their money, right? Do we have any? I'll tell you, they're raising their hands again. Do we have any older listeners that we could start scamming?
I want to.
Yeah, I do too.
I don't think you
way.
need to. You could just win them over. They could just give you charge of their estate. You know,
So
that should be a thing as your
Yeah,
audience
it's
really
crazy
ages.
that she
did the lady
thinks-
have any? Was she related to him, or was it some
No,
stranger?
just this old woman who was living on her own, clearly having some issues. Her caretakers, I think, were like her old best friend's daughter from Tampa would try to check in on her every once in a while, but Regina Hill kind of swept in and took over her, put in a caretaker, and then used her funds to buy other properties and stuff in the area.
Personally, I don't think she should be penalized.
Allegedly.
For,
Allegedly.
I don't think she should be penalized for a good idea.
Well,
know.
apparently she doesn't either, because she was kicked out of office by the governor. Somebody else went in. Shan Rose is the new commissioner for District 5. She's doing great, but she's up for election in November. And Regina Hill, even though she's still going to court, like she hasn't had a court date for this yet. It keeps getting pushed back. It was supposed to be in January. It's been pushed back twice. She has a new date in May. Has reapplied for her office, and there's nothing on the books that says that she can't reapply and go through the votes again.
There you go. So quit your bitching.
But if she wins
Everything's
and then she
fine.
loses
Nothing to
the
see
court
here.
case, she'll get kicked out, right, by the governor again. It's just weird to watch.
It is
It's kind of a train wreck. The whole thing is
it's
crazy.
bad and gross and not good. So
She thinks God wants her to be commissioner.
Oh, I like it when people say that.
Yeah.
We should say that. I think God wants us to continue doing this podcast with Brendan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anytime someone does that, it's the.
I had a vision. It happens in video games a lot, you know?
And
You can't-
she's got a crazy history. Like while she was in office, she got arrested for drunken disorderly in Atlanta with her friends. Like
you should be
which
allowed.
apparently
What
she
you
paid
do
for
when
with the
you're
old
off-
lady's money.
What you do when you're off time is your own business. You know? Clear Channel tried to fuck our asses when we did this podcast. I'm all about, look, leave her alone.
Well, it's
I like the new commissioner. I think the new commissioner is great.
Good.
Yeah.
And she's doing like what
She's
commissioners
doing
should
good stuff.
do.
Yeah.
anytime someone is like, "Oh, this is God's will," or
God.
"This is
Yeah.
what God wanted me
Come
to
on
do,"
now.
or
Brutal.
"This is
Please.
God's decision," and like even football players when they're pointing up and
Yeah.
after they kick a field goal,
God
or,
had nothing to do with that.
you're like you're like, that was because of the big guy up there. I always think,
What
I'm
if
like,
the wind pushed it? Would you allow it?
well, there's God too.
Yeah,
That's
that's God. That's see, I
That is-
think you
yeah.
give that one to God.
And I always think to myself,
Thor.
I'm like, he's micromanaging a little bit. There's a lot going on. I'm like, you think he had you going into the football game or Regina Hill?
Because when he
like-
was helping you win the football game, there
Well,
was a
Regina-
typhoon in China.
I know he can do a lot. but-
Priorities
Regina was
gone.
ahead of football game actually.
And when did he start sticking his nose in it? How long ago? Was
Yeah.
it billions of years ago? Anyway.
Yeah.
And then
Right.
you follow that space debris thing that just happened yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Wait, that's crazy. There
We had
was,
a lot of
I wish I would have
listeners.
seen it because it looked crazy.
yeah, we actually, there's a photographer, Pascal Fouquet, who we helped him get into like government areas to officially take photos of space launches and stuff.
Yeah.
And he said that he was just on a rooftop in Soto yesterday when that happened. And he got a great photo. It's on bungalow.com of this debris falling from space. It was a SpaceX rocket, mega rocket, took off in Texas. And then something happened. They lost contact with it. It started spiraling and they they didn't know where it went. And they were like, well, based on the trajectory, it could fall into the Indian Ocean and everything's going to be great. It did not fall in the Indian Ocean. It fell off the coast.
In the Gulf of America.
Yeah, the Gulf of the Atlantic. Yeah.
Call it whatever you want. I know the
Which
name.
is crazy. And then they had to ground all the flights at the, like, from Miami up to Orlando. All of these airports had to sit tight for a couple of hours while they waited for the space debris to... That's the new world.
Wild, man.
It is crazy. And
The new normal is waiting for space trash to fall.
Yeah, it was a
Before you
little
can take
weird
off.
that we went from like not having that at all, and that's not a thing, to like, oh yeah, watch out. Oh,
Yeah.
no planes can go up because there's fireballs falling
We're some
out
of the last people that will remember a night sky that did not have Starlinks in it. Isn't that crazy?
Oh wow, you're right.
Remember, like you could look
Yeah.
up, maybe you'd see a satellite, but now we're like, have you seen the Starlink go by in a daisy chain of lights?
I've seen satellites, especially out in like Utah and like
Yeah.
super dark areas, like dark sky
Yes.
areas. Like you could see satellites. It's crazy because I'm like, oh shit! Like
They need
I
to
know
tell
you-
us about that, right? So we don't say, oh shit, right?
I-
Don't you think some people freaked the fuck out when they saw that?
Oh yeah, people
Like-
were taking pictures of they thought it was a UFO.
Or like we're under attack?
coming back for Elon
You know, with
Musk.
the way that things are now, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure a lot of people are like, what the
Do you think Elon Musk is an alien?
I mean, I
No.
think he's autistic and weird,
Hot take.
and then maybe
Hot take.
ketamine crazy. You know, I don't know. I don't know about him.
Yeah,
I think he cuts his own hair. That's
He
pretty
just said that
awesome.
whole thing about apathy. He thinks like, or what is empathy? Empathy. He needs to. The future of America, like America, would be better if he got rid of empathy.
I
That
agree
seems
with
like-
that.
That was Tom.
I've been saying that for
I think he
years.
mixed that was Tom actually saying that to me. And then he made some weird gesture when I was leaving, and I'm like, okay, see you later.
People don't understand autistic people.
They don't. They
Yeah,
don't.
I've got a lot of.
He's an
People,
alien.
look, we say
I like talking to autistic
we
people.
say people don't understand autistic people. People don't understand dumb people or regular people. You know, we'll get to autistic way later. Let's
But,
start with regular.
the space
mean.
the space debris falling. I like that. The space, or like the debris falling. If I saw that, I would immediately think that it was an asteroid. Like, and it was.
That's what I thought.
It was
when I-
It's serving like Baghdad, like bombing. Remember that stuff when we saw that?
bombs over Baghdad.
Yeah.
the outcast
over
song.
Baghdad.
Yeah, like, what are you saying
Yeah.
now? What-
Yeah,
Like the air move to that.
It looked like bombs. It looked like air strafing. Like it looked like
Yeah, although that's how asteroids, like any asteroid,
strafing.
shower
Yeah.
looks like that.
It's probably an alien throwing out like jars of poop.
Who's calling?
Yeah, it could be. Thanks for calling a mediocre time. Who's this?
Hey, what's going on, guys? LJ, South Carolina.
Hey, what's going on, man? We got Brendan in here, and we're talking about the space junk that fell from the sky yesterday. What's on your mind?
Hey, nothing much. I'm just going to grab some beer and carrots and some chicken wings for this pre-party that we're going to have for the execution of this guy in South Carolina today.
Why would you call about that? What the hell are you talking about?
Who's the guy?
The guy that he's going to do the firing line execution.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah. I did hear about
What?
this. There's a gentleman in the Carolinas that because of, he didn't want lethal injection, he didn't want anything else.
Oh, it's like an old school law.
Yeah.
You can request a
Well, they-
You
fire.
can
they-
request a firing squad?
They put it back into play a couple of years
Well,
ago, I think, and then they made...
He was worried about, I guess they ran out of some of the drugs or whatnot for lethal injection, so
Oh,
he
right.
chose firing squad to get it done. But yeah, no, I I don't know.
What did he do?
He bashed in an older couple with
Oh,
a
God.
sledgehammer and some craziness. So sorry to bring the show down, but
Yeah, no. I
It's
mean,
a chicken
fine.
wings and
yeah.
carrots
Hold on.
kind of
It's
day.
fine. I mean, every time you call, you do, but it's fine.
You're driving. You're like, you know what?
I mean, you would think after the repetitive behavior, you would understand.
Yeah.
But
Like, first,
it's fine.
People get chicken wings to go to public education.
hold on. Tom and Dan and Brendan O'Connor are talking about poop. So I feel like it's. I'm gonna call in
Yeah.
and talk about this firing squad going
Yeah,
on.
I don't think we're
yeah,
talking.
well, hey,
It's
it-
televised?
And
It's gonna be a full. It's gonna be a full moon because Gary Nussman posted something good finally.
Okay, I mean, you know, and it's Koonsman. It's like Gary Nutman. My God.
you
Don't
know,
drink and drive.
People, they televise that?
No.
No.
He said
no,
they're
no,
going
no.
to watch.
From what I understood this morning, I was listening to the news. They're gonna
Where are we?
They put 4 targets on the gentleman's chest,
What?
and then each person is shooting at the same target, at their own target.
What?
And the targets are around, literally, around the heart, so there will be no question.
But there's only one bullet.
They didn't say that.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. It used to be the.
They did not say that.
Everyone, like 1 out of the
like
5.
if you don't die from it.
I think 1. Now EJ's saying 1 has a blank, but from what I understood, now I'm just going on what I heard.
What?
It was 4 targets, and they're going to hit him multiple times because they
Okay.
want to make sure he's dead. Now this could be wrong, but that's what I heard.
So, but
I
the
hate
one
that.
blank is involved, so that everybody in their mind can be
See,
like,
I didn't hear
had
that.
the blank. I didn't actually.
No, when
kill this guy.
when I heard it, it was 4 targets, and I was under the assumption he was going to hit 4
Who
times.
shoots? Like volunteers
Firing
from the,
squad. They have a
you have to
probably
volunteer
cops,
to do
probably
it?
cops.
or maybe it's like.
I would
It's
say,
a
you know what they should
designation.
let? You know who should they let? Children. They should let kids do it.
You know
What's
what's
the future do it?
You know what's weird is like, oh,
Everything?
They ran out. Yeah, everything is weird. It's bizarre. But it's weird that they're like,
That guy just called in all excited because he's getting chicken wings to watch a guy die.
I think
I
that was
don't
a
even
joke.
believe it.
That was a joke.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
think so.
Yeah.
I think he's legit getting chicken wings
No,
because
that
he's
was
excited
that
about
was
this
a
man
joke.
getting
That was
shot.
his attempt at
Yeah, they're
comedy.
tailgating.
But the running out of the
He'll
execution.
do that when they start killing the gays.
The execution serum that they use, right?
Yeah, yeah.
They're like, oh, we're running low, or whoever country used to make it.
It's
they're
like helium. We gotta cut it.
And then I'm like, but there's so many people that can kill themselves by overdosing easily, seemingly all the time. Just do what they're doing. Like, it doesn't seem that hard. It's not
But they
we
voted,
have overdoses all
we
the time.
voted that there's only one way to humanely kill people with this inoculation.
Give them a ridiculous amount of fentanyl. It works every time, right? That's how that kills thousands a day.
Or
It does, but also,
fall asleep in a hot tub.
I don't know. You don't have to die from that.
Yeah, but it seems like a lot of people do.
Because you might not die, right? And then you're a ward of the state. What happens if you survive the shooting?
I don't think you survive.
wow.
They
Yeah, I don't think
they
they
don't
do.
try to save you if
like
oh,
a
he's not dead
DNR.
yet. It's just like turn around until it's
Yeah, but I think that's where there would be a problem. No, honestly, if I don't think he dies instantly, I think you do have a problem.
Ugh.
I don't think they're illegally.
like, "Ah!"
If he's laying there breathing, then
close the
then
curtains.
they're like, oh shit, because they're like, somebody fucked up.
I don't like that.
Yeah, this is a great topic.
And then there's
Better than poop. I'm kidding. Not as good. Not as good.
Show we've ever done. Start with poop.
We start over.
We talk about mason jars of poop.
Start over.
Yeah.
Execution in the middle.
What do you want to end with? Abortion? Should we end with legal? Yeah.
I talked about abortion.
Okay, we're gonna end with abortion as a means of birth control. Okay.
Where do they put the baby?
How does it work? Actually, what's it look like? Describe it to us, Brendan.
Well, you can't because they're introducing a bill that protects fetuses, right?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, and if you do, and then you.
But
can
the fetus can choose firing squad. It can't.
check
There's
this
one blank.
check this little box, baby.
All right, what else is happening?
I don't know.
in Orlando?
I was trying to get a new job, but I think this has ruined everything.
Nothing
Let's talk about the moon landing.
There's a duck derby.
Oh,
What
I
is
love a
that?
duck derby.
They race rubber duckies at Mead Gardens in the little creek that goes through it.
Oh yeah.
They dump. You pay $5. You decorate your duck, and then they dump it in a river. And if it gets to the end first, you win a bunch of prizes.
The reason
I think there should be betting.
so
Ooh, I guess you could do it you could almost do it like unofficially with a group of people.
And that Hard Rock app
you should
Yeah.
be able to modify your duck in a way
that makes it faster.
Yeah.
that gives you an advantage.
Well, first thing you're going to do is you're going to bick your duck's pubes and then make it real fast. I couldn't even say that. I couldn't say that. Got ahead of my joke.
I'd put a little sail like underneath it to catch like the current.
Yeah.
Or just
no,
like-
what you want is a little weight to keep that thing upright so it'll move in the current.
Truth.
You want a little more weight on it.
cushion.
See, I've done some races with my sons where usually we use sticks and something in creeks, and then we'll all put.
What are you, Little House on the fucking prairie?
What? Well, we do a lot of we're hiking around.
Me and the boys done gone up to the creek and done some stick races.
Stick races. Stick and leaf races.
We do it in the Castleberry gutters.
Hey,
When
boys.
there's a
Hey,
rainstorm.
boys, let's go down to Castleberry. Got to do a stick race.
That
The
was
one
my-
that wins gets to go to Castleberry General Store for
As a
some rock
kid,
candy.
and playing in the floodwaters, that
Yes.
is the best.
Yeah, so when it rains really
Yes.
hard, well, because I have a
That's how you get a piranha in your dick hole. Or whatever.
Piranha
it is.
in the dick
Yeah,
hole.
whatever the thing is.
you need to give everybody whatever they
A
have to
gator
race,
in your mud hole.
and then to let them modify, like kind of like a matchbook car or whatever. What is it called?
Slot car.
Slot car. Like you
Soapbox derbies.
yeah, you can modify your car. Everybody
the
has
lead
a,
weight.
Yeah, if it's all the same,
Yeah.
it's not. It's just random. It's like, oh, okay, whichever duck doesn't get caught
They
up
used
on
to
the
shave
stick.
it down in cubs. If you put too much lead underneath, they'd try to shave it down so you were equal to the other kids. Because it was bad. You're like a bad kid if you overweighted it.
Yeah, you're cheating. yeah, but I like
I
cheating.
remember that. Yeah.
What do you want to get?
Crystal told me. She told me all about
She's
it.
obsessed. I mean, she thinks he's cheating. She says it all the time.
Yeah.
A little bit of an advantage.
Going to the
That's
gym,
it's a
sure.
fun. So look, and then what else is going on?
What else is going on? I don't know.
There's not much going on.
Red Light's having their 20th anniversary.
I
That's
saw
a
that
big deal. I mean, I remember
when they were new. We were doing podcasts at Red Light.
Yeah, this is the third red light. I remember the original red light was upstairs, teeny tiny.
Hannibal Square.
Yeah, and then the second red light was the one on Bennett.
Uh-huh.
And then this is the newest red light, right?
Yeah, it's been there the longest.
Yeah, and it's
In
I
Audubon
mean, it's
Park.
an amazing spot, and they've just expanded to the point where, like, you know, it used to just be they offered other people's craft beer. And
Yeah.
then it was like, then they started making their own craft beer. And then they got a kitchen. And
The
then-
kitchen's great.
Yeah,
With
I mean,
Chef Jess,
I think
love her.
everything. She's fantastic. I
Yeah.
think everything they do is pretty damn good
True.
because I'm really proud and happy that they're in our community. You know, like we're very lucky to have places like that, especially places like that that have lasted 20 years.
Yeah.
Hats off to you guys because that's hard to do.
And the Marita bread sign's on display downtown.
Let's talk about the Marita bread sign for a second because, like, where
A lot of people don't know what it is, apparently. I heard when we were stationed, because I DJ'd in front of it for Immerse, and we kept hearing people say, Marita? Marita?
Yeah. Young people don't.
Yeah,
they
well,
don't
no
know what the
idea.
Marita bread.
young
No
people
idea.
don't know what bread is.
You used to be able to smell it. You'd be rounding that curve near OBT.
So nobody put two and two together. How dumb are people
A lot.
that
had no
Marita
idea.
is still a company? No.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a place out in...
People don't pay attention to
DeLand,
shit.
I
This
think.
makes me so angry. Like young people now, when you ask them older bands, they don't pay attention to the shit their parents tell them or expose them to.
Yeah. Well, I was like that when I was young. So
I wasn't.
nothing- Yeah.
I wasn't. I know all my shit.
I used to go around and all this, like, I would have saw the Marita bread sign and be like, what is this? This is really stupid. You got a sign off a bread factory. And now
I
you're,
love it. It's a big deal. The
No, I know.
Morse Museum in Winter Park saves and preserves old signs, but it's part of their, because it's the Charles Hosmer Museum of American Art, and so they see signs as like art, an American art form. But it wasn't part of their charter or mission to share the signs after they saved them. They just have a stockpile in this giant warehouse, which I'm not allowed to say where it is because I had to sign paper. And it's
they made you sign an NDA
Yeah.
about where the sign
and
warehouse
when
is.
And when you photograph it, you have to photograph the sign straight on with no clues or context to what the warehouse looks around it. They were very specific. Actually, the director,
what?
when we walked in, the old director looked at me and he goes, "I don't know how you got in here. So be good."
Did you
Thanks."
tell
I don't know how you got in here, Bunting. Oh, God.
He was such an asshole.
Yeah.
Did you tell them that
Well, if it isn't old mason jar shit, man.
Did
I
you
don't know.
did you tell them that no one cares about old signs?
I
would
do,
have told them.
but I've been
But I
heckling
would have
them.
told them in a curious
No.
of why he's so protective of this location.
People
Yeah.
care. Well, because it's also filled with
accidental
I feel like it's the
90%
same way,
of their collection is there. So
but
like
it's the
$1
same
million
way
Tiffany lamps.
that Cadillac Pat is protective of his treasures. You see what I mean? They're trash.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, I know.
They're meaningless.
But it's like no one is breaking into the warehouse. And
They could. There's expensive things in there. Tiffany
So-
lamps,
okay.
limited edition paintings. Like it's 90% of the collection is like in a warehouse.
So who was saddled with the task of trying to find and replicate bread smell?
Immerse, the Creative City people, they had these little boxes that were putting out a scent, but it smelled like cotton candy, really.
Really?
It didn't really smell like bread. It was kind of a bummer, but
Yeah.
but beautiful.
They should
Go
have had
check it out.
somebody baking bread,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Like
Well,
that's what you.
I brought a bake shop when we were there. Cloud Hop Bake Shop. They just opened up in Soto
cool.
and Waterford Lakes. They came and sold cookies and things, and I DJ'd as Brenda with DJ Zwain.
Yeah, he was. Zwain was out
Yeah,
there.
for 2
Brenda
days.
was out there.
Got paid big bucks.
Nice.
Just shake my Nerf balls at
I
everybody.
like that.
And then I'd get out at 11 o'clock every night because I didn't want to get hate crimed.
Well,
You gotta get out quick.
So I saw Brenda.
Saturday was
Yeah.
sketchy.
The downtown gangs hate bread too. They'll get you.
I saw Brenda at the
You
Marita
did.
bread sign. When
I didn't
was
get to
dri-
talk to you very much.
Well, yeah, and when I was walking to the
poor kids.
Orlando Science Center area, and so speaking of my sons, I was very mad that they never even asked a question.
This goes back to you talking about how you don't notice anything.
Yeah, like I went up there, we hugged,
yeah.
dressed like Brenda, over the top, I'm saying,
Yeah,
you know what
your
Brenda
hair
looks
was
like.
Thank you.
Spot on.
Never
you.
even said like, "Hey,
What
who
was
was
that?"
that?"
Yeah.
Or why?
Yeah, that's
no,
a tall drink of water. Who's
Nothing.
she? You're like, nobody said nothing.
Not even nothing. Then that was it. Never.
Because I asked him, I'm
They
like,
were very sweet. They didn't make any weird faces at me
No,
or
no,
anything. They
they
were just
didn't-
like, well,
That's how they are.
they're
It's a
wonderful
man in a
boys.
dress.
They're beautiful, wonderful boys.
Yeah. They just
But
never
they
question
may
anything.
not. Yeah, they may not know that you were even there.
And that's why now they may be the weirdos because I gave them the genetics of not caring about anything.
they cared. They
Well,
were
no,
engaged.
Well, they're
they-
water.
no, but I'm just saying, like asking why or cared about what
They
other
didn't need a
people
why.
do.
They didn't need a why. They
Maybe
got it.
maybe they're a direct swing result to you questioning everything.
So is it because I saw another little girl at the same time ask Brendan, she's like, "Why are you dressed like that?" And you're like, "Cause I'm crazy."
That's a perfect answer.
You're like, "It's fun. I just like that
Perfectly
fun."
said.
What do you do for Halloween?
Yeah.
And
That
it's
is the
easy
perfect
to-
answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we were right next to Chronic Guru, so it just stank like pot
Yeah,
the
yeah.
whole
Oh,
night.
I like that. Marita bread, pot, cotton candy.
We had all the homeless people dancing
drag
with
queens,
us all
children
night.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did the Chronic Guru. It makes me laugh because I'm like, all right, well then,
Almost
just
pot.
it's the same shit. No, nothing matters. You're selling weed. It does the same thing.
It's the same. That's they sell THCA, right? So
Yeah.
it's like distilled or whatever.
Same
I don't know. It is.
Get
But
you
when you go to
high.
Key West, all of the shops there, when they're selling, they're all selling this fake weed, but they tell you that it's real, and they tell you that Key West is different from everywhere else in Florida, and there's just no rules. And they tell you it's cool, man. Just you can buy this weed, everything's great. But there's one real dispensary there, and they're like, it's not. None of that's true.
Oh yeah, of course
Oh, I
they say
like
that
that.
because
It's
that's
a business lie.
yeah, that's what everybody's doing. I like how we're just
So they're
like,
lying
You don't
to
even
make
know what's
money.
in it. It's unregulated too. A THCA is unregulated. You don't know what the fuck you're smoking. You don't know what it is.
It makes me angry because, like, down here, our gas station that I used to get beer at when I was going over for a pool race.
You talk about boner pills.
No, but they used to have one hitters. They used to have the little pipes. They'd have Tom would notorious. The reason we love this place is you'd go in there and this guy's buying all of his beer from Costco and cutting all the 12 packs in half and putting everything in there.
Yeah.
You can go in there now and get a big, like, tall boy can, and it's 100 milligram THCA.
oh yeah.
100 milligram. What is it? Like,
Total Wine sells THC. They have a huge 10-foot section. We've been talking.
Tactical
Yeah.
Brewing sells one.
We've been
Well,
talking
they
to a
make
company
theirs,
called
though, right,
Vibes.
or no?
Yeah, they make theirs.
see, that's interesting to me that they make theirs.
But they're buying
I got a can of.
THCA liquid.
You want some THC? I got to. We're trying to make a partnership with this company
you
called
guys want
Vibes.
some pain pills? I got them for my legs.
Vibes
They
with a
give them to
Y?
you early.
VIBES. It's a THC seltzer. They sell it at Total
Pretty tasty.
Wine.
You want
And
It
then
hits me different.
I drank it. It's
This
less.
guy, he drank it. He bicked his pubes.
I gave it to Crystal, and she was like, "Oh, yeah," it got her a little bit high
Yeah.
because she's
That's
a
in
friend.
that Troy Sivan music video. A guy bixes like he lighters his pubes.
Oh, really?
No.
No, he doesn't lighter it. He uses
That's
a
a-
razor and baby oil to get
Oh,
it
come
slick like a deviant.
All right, let's
Smells like burning witch.
let's
You want to take a break?
take a break.
Yes, sir.
Quit telling people that. By the way.
Well, stop doing it. I'll stop doing it. I'll stop telling
Well,
you.
how do you even know?
I'm a
How do you
truth
know?
teller. I can see.
You don't
I
know.
can see
No,
it.
you
I
don't
can see
know.
the
You're
edges.
burning
I
your
can-
pubes
I can see the edges
See the
where it
edges
grows
of
back
what-
a little bit. And your wife has confirmed it. That's how I know.
No,
I
no.
go, he picks his pubes, doesn't change. She goes,
You
yes,
put your
he
harness
does.
on?
And she
No,
goes, and
you
I
You
don't
put your
like
harness
that.
on when you do it too?
When she was in here, she
No.
goes, and I don't like that.
Have you gone to a leather bar
But he
before?
wants to, and he wants somebody
No,
else to
I
pick his
haven't.
pubes with their teeth.
What? No,
You never been to a leather bar?
I haven't.
No, I think you'd like it.
What's
Yeah, this
what's
guy's
going
kinky.
on
That's
there?
like where I got. Remember, I went to
Oh, they
Providence. I got that
poured wax
electrocution
in-
thing.
Yeah. You want to be electrocuted?
Yeah.
If you electrocute my bone, you
You know what? It
Yeah.
can be done.
I never understood all the
Yeah.
other
It
stuff.
starts with like the
Yeah.
tickling electrocution, and it's kind
No,
of
he doesn't want that. He wants to go
and then they
straight
turn
to
it up.
tase the bone.
Yeah.
He got
Yeah.
he turned it up real high
He
on
wants
me.
it
It felt like he was slicing me open.
I'm just like,
Yeah.
suck my boner. That's all I want.
Suck my boner.
Well, what the hell's all this shit? I don't want them.
I don't want to be electrified. I didn't pick this thing to get
Just suck
electrified.
my boner.
I picked it to get
And
sucked.
leave. Leave.
I don't know. I'm,
No,
Pizza
that's-
pockets
not
and
have said
suck
that.
my boner.
That was the correct
Do
answer.
not put that on the internet, Melissa.
That was your.
I
That
was
was the
my-
correct answer.
God damn.
The name.
That's how I met my first teacher.
Oh my God!
It's-
Don't say that.
I found out recently that some of my people I do not want to see the things that I say have TikTok and social media.
Oh, yeah, I get some
and
of that.
follow the show.
Yeah.
And there are kids. The
Yeah.
kids have TikTok now.
That's
Yeah.
not your fault, though.
No, it's not.
It's not your fault.
It's not
I
my
actually
fault.
had to tell myself, like, if a kid finds videos where I say things like that, it's not my fault.
Yeah, but they
Yeah.
they think I'm
the
you
internet's
know
fault.
they're a hero.
No, there it is.
They're like he's
All right, there it
upstanding
is.
hero.
That's the problem.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because you're-
There
'cause
is
you're
no real
serving alpha.
problem. He's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
living the problem in his own mind. I like
Yeah,
that.
but they can't see that.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right.
The
They
name,
love the incels on TikTok.
The name of the band is This is Bridge the Gap. The name of the song is Dust to Ben. Tom and Dan. I'm Dan.
I'm Tom. Brendan O'Connor's here. You can find him on Bungalore. You can find him Bungalore on the Bus.
Yeah.
Fridays on Real Radio.
Featuring Inside Orlando Magazine. Don't you have a meet? What was that? What was the meet?
Oh, I did a roundup of all the Brazilian steakhouses in the Orlando area.
Can we talk about that?
Yeah.
Okay, because really, that's perfect timing because, and I think I put this on the list last week, but I shouldn't be asking you. My daughter wants a carving station,
Oh,
like an old school meat.
what are you talking about?
Because I was showing her a carving station.
And she wants to try it?
Yeah,
No.
she likes meat, and she wants like the turkey or the what like.
Yeah, yeah.
So out of the
I
Brazilian,
can't wait till she is a full-fledged adult. I can't wait to see. She's not afraid of nothing.
No, she's not. But what would you recommend?
She's basically an adult now.
yeah. She's more adult than I am.
Yeah.
Like, I definitely
yes, for
am
sure.
the
In the
embarrass-
vacuum of a parent,
I'm the embarrassing section of the family. Like
take her to Fogo de Chao.
So that place still is.
Yeah,
the
there's
place.
two of them now. There's a new one that just opened up closer to where the White Castle opened up.
Okay, yeah.
You
I know
over that
exactly
way?
where that's.
It's like a no man's land, but now
Yeah.
it's like crazy developed. Beautiful Brazilian steakhouse, and you're served by gauchos, which are these super hot Brazilian cowboy daddies, and they walk around with skewers of meat, and they just and you're like, and you have a little sign that says "Give me meat" or "Leave me alone."
Yeah.
And so they'll have like filet mignon, and they'll have Kobe steak.
We used to go to Texas Day, Brazil when it first opened up.
That's the only one I've ever been to.
Yeah,
Texas
me
to Brazil. That would rank higher on the survey. I remember that.
But like Texas, I remember going to that one
It's
because
just older.
They were advertising with the radio station at the time, and they invited us out. So we would go out there and kind of do some things there. But then I think I went like twice, and then it was like, okay, that's enough because it's a lot.
I'll share it in the BDM
Please.
group. It's on Orlando Magazine right now. Yeah, I'm really proud of it. I love the little things that they get me to do there.
One of the things that I found that was odd for me at those places is I don't eat massive amounts of food. So it's hard for me because, like, at Texas State Brazil, I remember.
You got to justify.
Well, they had a
costs.
salad bar that was unreal. And then they had a sushi bar, I remember, that was unreal. And then they had, like, a fruit bar that was unreal.
Because they try to get you to eat that to get filled so you don't eat the expensive meat.
Scotty had never been to one before, and I brought him to his first Brazilian steakhouse, and he loved it. He loves steak, man. He has limited himself to steak once a week, because of heart stuff. And we're old, and you just can't do it every day. But he wishes he could eat red meat and potatoes every single day.
It's delicious, but like Daniel said, when you go to one of these places, you do I find myself to justify the cost. I want to overeat the meat,
you feel like crap.
And then when I overeat, I'm like, oh,
meat
sweats.
Though. It's not like it's not too expensive.
Yeah, but even like if it's $89, I'm like, I gotta eat a lot of meat. Even though it's more than that, but it's like I need to eat like a bunch of filet, and just to get the value out of it. But then it's like I'm eating more than I would have if you just served me little bits of each meat.
Okay, how assertive are you with your gaucho? Let me explain. If your gaucho comes by and he has the sword and your button is on green at the Brazilian meat house and you want filet and you're not eating sushi bar, salad bar, and you want 2 fillets, are you going to ask for 2? But if he puts one on there and starts to walk away, you're going to be like, hey.
I get too intimidated.
Like my dad would be assertive enough to be like, hey, pardon me, come on back here, gaucho.
It's got to be an ugly gaucho.
Yeah, my dad would be like, why don't you throw 4 of those on there?
Hot gauchos, I'll just take whatever they want to give me. But like if they're ugly, then I don't care, and I'll get them.
You'll like talk them up. You're like, give me more, you ugly fucking gaucho.
But otherwise, I don't want them to know I eat too much.
You should call them disgustos.
I want them to think I'm a delicate flower.
I too treat ugly people differently. Me and Brendan we got something in common.
I did an edible dinner once. It was like a takeover where the chef it was a multi-course deal and every course had pot in it. And I sat next to this guy. He's an elite trainer. He trains like Olympians to be better athletes. Okay. He was sitting right next to me. Gorgeous man. Like no fat on his body. I loved him immediately. And I didn't want him to see me eating too much. So I was controlling how much I was eating. But meanwhile, he was just like powering down like everything. He'd get seconds of the pot macaroni and cheese with the pot fried chicken and then the pot prime rib and the pot Caesar salad. He just ate everything.
How is he such good? I guess he just worked out so much.
Up. He was fucked up. I think he fell asleep in his car after too. I had to call an Uber.
You can't like with weed. I do hit a wall where I'm like, that's way too much.
Well, also when you're eating it, the fat it definitely
hits you.
You'll start hallucinating a little bit
100%.
if you eat enough. Like
sounds great.
As soon as your liver starts metabolizing that fat and then it just shoots it into your blood.
Oh yeah.
Then
euphoria.
You should rock it off.
Do you guys want to do mail on mail?
Yeah.
All right.
Mail on mail.
A little mail on. Have you done? You've done mail on mail before, right?
A couple times. Mask on mask. That's when you're wearing masks.
Hey guys, thanks for calling 1-800-HOT-DICK, the place to find real action with real men. To make it even better, we've got new low prices. So low, we're practically giving it away free.
If you are a man seeking a woman, press 1. If you are a woman seeking a man, press 2. If you are a man seeking a man, press 3.
Call a number to get the time.
Yes. 411.
Yeah.
And a real person would answer the phone. You're like, what time is it? They tell you. That makes you feel old. You're like, a real person would tell you the time for free. They're just sitting around and nothing to do.
I think I've told this before, but my mom and dad almost got a divorce because my dad was addicted to 411. He would not use the phone book. He thought it was free, and he would just call 411 and just be like, they'd be like, hello, information, and he'd get every number that way. For years he did it. It was so much money he wasted.
You had to pay?
Oh, yeah, 411, like when you used it, you had to pay.
Yeah, it was like a 75-cent charge.
Yeah, it was expensive. It was like
Wow.
$1 or something. And then like we
But
got
on
our
a payphone,
bill
you
and it
could
was
do
like
it-
$80.
Oh.
You could do it on a payphone for free. 'cause
Okay,
I
it's for it
remember
to connect you.
Yeah, me and my friends, where we were hanging out at the mall smoking cigarettes, and then we just I'd call 411 to find out what time it was, because there was no other way to find out.
You could
Seriously,
do movie times. You could do that. Like,
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
you
yeah.
could have worn a watch.
Movie
I
phone.
guess.
I used
that
to-
was great.
used to call movie phone so that if your friends called too late, that it would just beep in.
Oh.
So it was a way for, because you had one home phone, so your friends are calling you like
my
past
gosh.
midnight, so you'd call movie phones and then just wait on movie phone until they called.
I remember
and you
waiting
hear,
on Napster for my music to download at night. You have to do it at
You
night.
do Share Bear?
Because your dial-up would get messed
Napster,
up.
Share Bear.
Napster.
What was the other one?
Because they had a gay chat.
They had a gay chat in Napster? Oh, wow.
I wasn't-
didn't know that.
Fell in love with a man in California.
You did? You fell? Oh, my God. You almost got trafficked
As
by
a little
man?
kid. Yeah, probably.
So there was a grown-ass gay man, or it could have been anybody, really.
We talked on the phone. So, yeah, I think he was younger.
The man? What was
Yeah.
his name?
I can't remember.
Let's look him
A
up.
Latin boy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was
See,
in my
Bobby.
teens. I don't know when was that?
How old
Napsters.
were you? Like 13, 14?
Like 16, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Post-turkey.
That's old enough in Canada.
Yeah. I feel like, yeah. I mean, you were already throwing mason jars of your own shit around. Like, you're tough.
Yeah.
Let's do this voicemail.
I did tell you that.
This came up on ACT. We've been getting tons of people that want to address this. The topic was...
Hey, Tom and Dan, it is Mike, not from Ohio. You guys were talking about being Baker acted on Weird Job Wednesday. I got a great story for you. 20 years ago, my son, his best friend, his ex-girlfriend, and his current girlfriend were driving in their little S10 Blazer behind their high school, and he kind of fishtailed it, and he tipped it over. Cops, police, paramedic, everybody came, and he was upset, and he said to the cops, I'm just going to kill myself because if I don't, my mother will. Well, I guess that was enough to get him Baker acted, so off to,
By the
I think it was
cops?
Life Streams there in Leesburg, and, they processed him, they took his shoelaces away, the whole 9 yards. He was there for like a day and a half, and learned his lesson. Yeah, he's a cop now. All right, guys, love you, and ciao.
There you go.
And now he's Baker acting kids left
I'm
and
guessing
right.
that was him, right?
What?
Like, I mean, like, at the end, the way that he was just kind of pausing for, he's like, he's a cop now. I was like, okay, it was you, right? Like, I get the fucking story.
Yeah,
I'm not a
you're-
fucking idiot. You don't think I'm a fucking idiot?
Your
You
voice
wanted-
sounds too
yeah.
young to have a
Yeah.
20-year-old.
And you sound like a cop.
Yeah.
He had a great voice.
20
Right.
years ago, your son,
Right.
16.
Let me try
Don't
something
worry.
on you. Do you know how fast you were going? See? That's exactly what that guy sounds
I
like.
got a boner.
I also feel like if you just say I'm gonna kill myself in front of a cop, are they always gonna Baker act you immediately, or
they
just,
Depends on the cop.
or are they just gonna
You
take it
wouldn't,
as
'cause
Like
you wouldn't
you
even
can't
hear
say,
it.
You can't say you're an alcoholic in front of a bartender because they're illegally.
Oh,
they
you can't say
serve
that?
you. No.
Oh, I've said it before.
Yeah.
Joking around.
yeah,
do
but
it.
you're just like, all right, well, everybody here is.
Yeah.
I am.
I've
What the
definitely-
fuck?
I've
I don't
definitely
care
had
about
a-
your problem.
I have had a bartender go like, another one, and I'd be like, I can't stop. I've said that before.
Yeah. That's how I make my money as a bartender. I serve alcoholics from morning to night. That's the.
Let me check. The hole inside's still there.
Yeah. Let's try. Hold on.
it
You want to do
coming.
an email?
Yeah.
All right. This one is interesting because I don't know how to handle it. This was set up by Big Rick. I said I was open for anything, and then I get an email from a kid. Hello, my name is Trevor, and I'm a high school senior with a strong interest in radio and broadcasting.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm eager to get started and learn more about how broadcasts are produced and how a station as well as productions operates behind the scenes. Big Rick should have reached out to you recently about me, and I would love the opportunity to see the process in action. I am typically available on weekends and weekday evenings, especially Mondays and Thursdays. I would greatly appreciate the chance to observe and learn from you and your team. Best regards, Trevor.
It's an odd time to want to get into radio.
I know. It makes me sad. And I mean, like, really it does. Like, not because, like, he's welcome to come in here and we will show any child that wants to learn anything that we do. I will show you anything I do. But I would be terrified for you to do this. I would.
No, but podcasting I could understand, or becoming a social media.
I think that's what he
influencer.
wants to learn is a little more of like kind of what we do
Yeah,
here.
yeah. Well,
Rick already shot me an email, and I said, yeah, I'll help out.
Yeah, like wanting to learn how to monetize being an influencer, that seems like relevant information. But like getting into broadcasting,
cool.
It seems so archaic, even them teaching broadcasting still, because you're like,
But they have to. What else are they going to teach?
It's huge in Canada. Like I would love to compare the numbers, but like everyone in Canada listens to radio.
Yeah,
all the time.
Well, but the internet. What happened to the internet in Canada? You guys got that?
my parents barely have internet.
I don't know if that's confirmed.
Yeah. Well, there's a bunch of you're in the middle of nowhere. Of course, you guys are stuck in the fucking old times. This is the future, Brendan.
You want to be in the future or not, buddy?
My parents got off dial-up like 5 years ago. I think.
Yeah. And honestly, like there's certain things. It's like, well, it's so different depending on what you want your content to be and how you're going to monetize
Are you
it.
gonna
It's
tell
almost
the kid
impossible.
Are you going to bring
yeah.
him in?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's allowed to come in.
I was going to send a picture first because he might just be weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, we don't want any weird kids in here.
Yeah,
I
no
hate
weirdo. You got a lot of stuff they could steal.
Talking about?
Make sure he doesn't
I
steal
want to
shit.
have a weird kid in here to steal all their shit.
Yeah.
You got to look at it. Like before you invite
trying
someone
to
over from Grindr, you always
Track
look at
down
their
my
photo
earbuds. My earbuds are in Pine Hills now.
Also, me and Daniel have zero time to show anybody anything.
Yeah.
We are literally at the limit of our time and what we can do. Like
pretty much.
We come in here and we get to work. We eat through. We work through lunch. We don't do. There's no fucking around anymore.
No.
Because we're too small of a team and there's too much to do.
Yes.
So
So we're gonna
no, it would be impossible, literally, to teach anybody anything. Now,
I mean,
if someone
he
on
can
the
sit and watch
He can
and ask
observe.
questions.
It's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, but
He's more than welcome.
You wouldn't learn anything. We'd be quietly, you know what I'm saying? Like, think
I'll
about
help
it.
him. I'll get him going. I got time.
Sounds like you need an
He doesn't
intern.
got time.
It's fine. I'll be sweet to him. Don't worry, Trevor. I got you. Don't worry about Tom.
Yeah. Just Google
But be cool.
how to
He
make money.
can't even say the word Google, Trevor. So.
Bring him on as an intern for like a week. We'll call him intern.
No, we can't do it. It's
intern
too long.
Trevor.
He's going to have a day. He can come in and observe, and I'll give him some pointers.
What if he's really, really good? Then you could have a youth podcast.
Nobody's really, really good.
Yeah.
unfortunately.
There's I honestly,
They are.
how the hell? There's people that are really good that are still trying to figure out how to
Yeah,
make money.
100%.
It's so goddamn hard. Anyway,
That's why I'm sitting on cakes.
But he didn't say, the beauty of it, though, is he didn't say anything about money. So the other stuff,
OnlyFans.
I can show him how to run this stuff. I can show him how to do it on the cheap. I can show him what to not do. I can show him what not to buy.
Yeah.
It's about all I can offer.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
There is something to be learned about, talking to someone who does it. But there is unlimited information on YouTube.
But I value
walking you
this
through
more,
it.
though, because he took the shot. This has
Yeah,
more
yeah.
value because he reached out. I mean, that's scary.
And well written.
It was. I mean, it was probably AI,
ChatGPT,
but it was.
yeah.
It was well written, and it shows me that he's a step higher than somebody that's not doing it. Because he reached out. So yeah, we'll do it.
Love it.
Let's do another voicemail. Let's do. Yes, sir.
Is it a dickhead thing to say that there's no
Yes.
chance he'll be successful? Is it a dickhead thing
It's
if
what
I
Donnell-
really believe it?
It's
But maybe he has
It's
a
what
spark.
Donnell Rollins said to those comedians on the open mic night thing. And
Well, he knows.
Yeah, but he also, everybody's turning on him. So I'd say, yeah, go ahead and say it and see where you are in a couple
I
of
think
years.
he might have a spark.
I go, can I be Dave Chappelle's friend? Because that's where I want to be. I saw him perform at our arena.
But the truth is it's hard. And that could help somebody or hurt somebody. I don't know. But no, yeah, it is a dickhead thing. 100% dickhead thing to say. Let's try this one right here.
What's going on, T&D Media's Concrete Mike? On the most recent BDM show, y'all were talking about surprise parties. And my wife managed to pull this off on my most recent birthday last August when I turned 48. I came home from work on a Friday afternoon, and there was a 60-foot-long, 23-foot-tall double-lane water slide. My nieces, my nephews, my dead best friend's daughter and her baby was there. I had friends I hadn't seen in a while. I had a friend fly in from Oregon.
He was the daughter. Yeah, he got me on that one, too, when he said, my dead best friend.
Yeah.
He paused too long before he said, my dead best friend's daughter.
2.5 year into stage 4 brain cancer mom was there. I had no idea about any
Mike,
of it.
He's giving us the details. Hold on, I want to get the details. I want to get all the details.
Quick, give us the pressing details.
Dead best friend.
Keep that shit inside.
No,
I don't need
dead
to
best
know.
Sounds like he's playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Does your dead best friend's daughter want to come in and learn how to podcast? I will let her in here.
Just keep it
Come on,
inside.
The Sasquatch that lives 2 bushes over, his niece came over.
He's not done. Hold on. Here he goes. Here he goes. He's back. He's back. Here we go.
Okay.
It broke me up, man. I cried. I'll admit it. I cried. Concrete Mike can get a little bit soft sometimes, but
Brendan, you're making it worse.
Too hard,
it was a great weekend, and she pulled it off completely without me having no idea about it.
I think he ended crying, or like, okay. Well,
why was he crying?
Well,
he cries all the time.
And obviously, no, he does not cry all
He
the time.
cried when your mom died.
Concrete
Well,
does.
I mean, I cried when my mom died. Okay, Concrete Mike is a tough, concrete Florida real man.
Yeah.
And he cried because they did a great party for him, and
he cried because he loved it so much.
and he did because
he felt
everybody he
valued.
loved, like his friend's daughter was there,
That's
his
great.
mom with cancer was there, everybody was there, and the water slide's pretty awesome.
Sounds gay.
It's an odd thing to get Concrete Mike for his birthday.
A water slide?
I
wasn't going to say
He
that.
never
but
had
yeah.
one, baby. He never had a
I know
water
it's for
slide.
the it's for the kids and stuff. I'm like, yeah, I
He'd
understand
always
that.
wanted a water slide. They
Yeah, I don't know.
That's
Yeah.
why he really cried.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty impressive watching him set that thing up. I don't know if you've ever seen that.
Yeah.
You know, I'll sit out there and smoke a doobie and watch it.
I watched him inflate it.
Yeah, I'll watch him inflate a slide.
You know what? It's weird.
They have them like permanently installed in Clearwater. There's just like permanent.
Oh, out in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
Well, I mean, like, I don't know. I think when people see those, they get really excited because we have them in the Caribbean.
I'm trying to get the tiki boat cruises to come here. I want a tiki boat cruise on one of the lakes. Wouldn't that be fun?
It would be fun.
I saw that you were on a tiki
Yeah.
boat cruise recently, and
Yeah.
I always make fun of those boats
I
when
love
I
them.
see them around because I'm like, there's one in New Smyrna, there's one in Daytona. They have so
They encourage you to pee off the edge.
Pee off the edge.
Yeah, a girl had to hold on. She let her fanny hang out. She peed.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
Because you're out in the ocean.
You would think that they would have some way, for
They did
girls.
not think it
Homer
through.
Buck and everybody.
Did not think it through.
That would be the first thing I thought of when I had
Someone
the
saw a
tiki boat.
vagina.
I'm like, where are people going
Somebody
to
saw a vagina. Some poor kid was looking at seagulls out on the shore and he saw a white fanny.
Because they have like these small RV style like bathroom like heads where like it's like a curtain around and like you piss in
just
essentially
go,
a
yeah.
bucket but it's like a RV.
They should make little
toilet.
floating toilets in the waterways. You could. It's like a floating portalette for the boaters.
It's
Oh,
called-
that's
when you're out
anchored, so
there,
it's a
like,
platform
you
with a
need to go.
portalet on it. Well, here's what
Yeah.
would
It
happen.
was just called the ocean.
You'd be in there, right, going number 2, and I'd tell Tom to hit the dock with his boat.
No.
Right? That's what people
You're
would
right.
do.
You're right.
That's what people would do.
That's
Rednecks
exactly
would
what
be
they would
knocking
do.
their friends in there.
Usually you just get in the water and you dunk your lower half in and then you go in the
just
water.
go.
Yeah. When you do that, do you pull it out or do you just go in your shorts?
I'll go in my shorts.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
You do?
You don't have to. Yeah.
I go in my
But
shorts.
then it's on your shorts.
Yeah, and then you could feel it in there when you get out, and
Yeah.
you're like, it's still in there.
yeah. And it's in there for a long time.
Like in a wetsuit.
Yeah. And then you walk up to get a hot dog and you're peeing standing in line.
yeah. Because they just think you're wet.
Yeah.
After you're like, I pissed on these strangers' feet.
Because when you get old like me, when I stop peeing, and then 30 seconds later I stop peeing.
Prostate.
So,
No. It's just like it's just still in there. Like I don't stretch it out. Seth said I should stretch it out to
What?
get the. Seth said I should pinch and stretch my
Your
penis
pecker?
out. Yeah. He says to pull my penis out to get the pee out.
So I have a public service
Pinch and
announcement
pull?
for a real man out there like Concrete Mike.
All right.
Because my pop-up used to do this.
First, wait, can I just say, Seth's a liar and he's setting you up for failure. Don't pinch and pull your pecker.
That's what Seth said to do.
Yeah, then you can do
And
whatever
he's
you
got
want.
a ginormous pecker. If there's anybody I would follow their advice, that guy's pecker is one of the
He's
biggest.
making it sound like it's a way to lengthen
it's
your
fucking
penis.
humongous.
If you could tie it in a
That's
knot.
'cause he's
you're-
Italian.
I mean, no joke. It's like that.
Yeah, but is he happy?
So
No, he's miserable. You're right. I'm pretty happy with my tiny little stretched out pecker.
So old real men
Like a
tend
tapeworm.
to add super depressing details into their story because they're not affected by it, but it affects us. You see what I'm saying?
They haven't practiced sharing their feelings. If he had more
Say it
reps,
again,
if he had more reps, he wouldn't have done that. That was just a little awkward because he was sharing because he loves us and we love him, right?
I like that
So
too.
he was sharing because he cares about us. We care about him. He knew he was safe here.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have enough reps of saying that sort of stuff. That's why it was kind of clunky, I feel like. That's my theory on it. It's like you. Like, if you were to tell me, even sometimes when you do, he will say things to me that are, I guess, somewhat caring, but they're real clunky because he doesn't have a lot of reps in that world.
It's like my pop-up used to tell me stories like,
about the Wendigo.
They're like, John, the neighbor, came by yesterday. He's got stage 4 pancreas cancer.
And he was spitting up blood the whole time I was talking to him. Into a rag he stuffed in his pocket.
And then he'd tell me some other thing. It'd be like,
Bright red. Red is a Japanese flag, I tell you.
And he'd hold it up like a Rorschach and say, it looks like my mother.
Speaking of the Japanese.
And it was like, why'd you add in the cancer part? They had no bearing to the story whatsoever.
It does now.
DeBarry Joe says he does that naturally. He'll be telling a story, and then he'll just start peppering at atrocities. Don't do that.
Quit peppering an atrocity. Keep that shit inside. That's your own.
You do it a little bit too.
What?
Yeah, you
pepper in atrocities because you're too tough.
I am.
I pepper in atrocities?
You're tougher than the normal people. You're a Canadian tough, real gay man, right?
And I've seen some shit.
And you've seen some shit, and you've lived some life.
Yeah.
So when you tell us stuff, like to us, well, you're in good company with me and Tom.
Okay.
But other people, it'll blow their hats off.
Yep.
Yeah.
They do it to Daniel.
I saw a van full of family die one.
See? He's doing it.
The whole family?
The whole family died.
Oh, my God.
The way he says it,
A
too.
Mennonite family that was traveling across country pulled out in front of a transport.
Mennonite? That was my next voicemail. Are you
died.
shitting me?
Oh, yeah.
That's my next voicemail. It's about Mennonites.
Really?
We can talk about it later.
I am not. You want to hear it?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
It's, I'm about to have tears in my eyes because
Hold
now
on.
I think the fucking
That's
air.
the orb.
Here's the orb.
Always
Ready
wear
to
your
go.
shoes.
Hey, Dan and Tom. I'm listening to ACT, Cowman, and Hotfoot. You're talking about the difference between Amish and Mennonites. I have always been told that Mennonites are called the Flying Amish, meaning that they are allowed to get on airplanes. And when I worked at SeaWorld, we would see Mennonites, and they look exactly like Amish people, but they were allowed to, I think, use telephones and airplanes.
Because that's a long way to go on a horse cart.
Yeah. No parking at SeaWorld either.
Well, that seems way better if you're,
if you're choosing.
if you're getting the heaven and all the stuff you think you're gonna get anyway.
Yeah.
You might as well use a cell phone and be able to fly.
Yeah, man. Candy Crush, Brazil. There's fun things to see out there.
Yeah. Grinder.
So
Yeah. That's true.
Sniffies.
Are there gay Mennonites and gay Amish?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's gotta
really?
be.
Yeah.
Gotta be gay Amish.
Well, I mean there are, but I'm just saying it's frowned upon, right? Like
yes, maybe there's every community has one, and he just lives in a little tree house.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you have to hide it.
Like a
Everybody's
Keebler elf.
There's a little glory hole. You can stick your little Amish pecker in.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. They
so
call it bobbing for apples.
Okay, there you go. It's exactly. Yeah. I don't even know why I asked
His
you
name's
that.
Bob.
You want to do another one?
Yeah.
All right. Hold on. Let me get him here. Oh, I singled it out. Hold on.
He lives in a box on the farm.
Let's do
Just bobbing for apples.
this one right here.
Takes his teeth out.
Oh, hold on.
Buddies, hey, BDM from Idaho here. I'm listening to the BDM show where you guys are second guessing yourselves, and I just want you to know you guys sound better than ever. And there's ebbs and flows. There's been times where I thought, oh fuck, it might be over, and then you guys come back and readjust. And so all these things that people are saying, like, you guys already think about, and some of it might be helpful, but truly, the way you guys grind, you're gonna have some everything's not going to be gold. But they
He's having a fever
I just
dream.
want you to know. I want you to know. All the shit that people are saying about you on the it's true. It's true, but it sounds like you already know.
Well, like he's like, I thought it was over, but then you brought it back. What the hell is he talking about?
I thought this play. I thought it sucked. It's been a while.
Everything everybody talked about, you guys have said. Like, what are you talking about?
It's all true, and I just want to let you know I knew the whole time.
Yeah.
Bye. What?
It's great.
I put the bomb somewhere in the place.
Yeah, keep being yourself.
It'll detonate at the time. See you. Good luck.
The hell are you talking about?
Let's try this one right here.
What a shitty thing
Hey
to say
guys,
to me.
Dan in Palm Bay. I was going through TikTok and I was just wondering if you guys knew that the Golden Voice bum is now working as a alignment guy at Cat's Auto in Springfield. You can look for him. He's like, hey, I'm the Golden Voice tire guy, and it's you guys should look it up because as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh. You guys don't want to see it.
Good story.
No, we're obsessed.
The Golden Voice bum is now.
We're obsessed with the Golden Voice.
It sounds like people are using these phone-ins just because they're taking poops and they think of you, and they're like, you know what? You know who will like that? Tom and Dan.
Let me see if I can find him.
Yeah,
Golden Voice auto guy?
Yeah.
Is he hot? Is he like a hot homeless guy?
No. Remember the Golden Voice bum? He was like one of the original influencers. Not even
Would you sleep
influencer,
with a hot
but
homeless person?
with me.
Oh yeah, I would.
Yeah. Would you?
Yeah. Unhoused.
Is-
I prefer that term.
Unhoused?
No, I don't care.
My only stipulation is, sucking it. Got a mouth?
Oh, I got him. I found him.
A mouth is a
Come
mouth.
on down, best prices around ever since 1908. Cat's Tires.
Oh, he looks better than ever. Wow.
That's a
What
man
happened
that's,
to his
that's
face?
a man that's happy to have a job.
In the place. K.
Hey.
T.
Oh man.
Cat's Tires Million.
He's got a hat
Come
on.
on down.
Hold on. His hat. Did you see what his hat says? His hat says mutant on it. I'm like, yeah, you look like a mutant.
You know who I'm mad
Holy
at?
smokes.
I'm mad at Mr. Cat because he hired the Golden Voice bum.
His name is Katz Marriott.
And then it didn't dawn on him to get a better microphone.
Awful microphone.
The only
Hey, what's up? It's the Golden Voice bum.
the only reason you hired him is because of his golden voice, right?
Hello. Hello there. It is me, the Golden Voice bum.
And then you
really
had
good.
to have looked at the video after and be like, God damn, this is
No,
overmodulated.
you looked at it and you were like, perfect.
But it sounds like garbage.
Yeah.
You can easily
get him a little hairy, clip-on
Yeah,
mic.
that's the thing.
Cat's Tires.
And then he just points at a sign that says alignments. It doesn't say Cat's Tires. It says alignments, you fucking idiot bum.
Yeah, but that's
He's got great teeth.
But here's the
though.
thing.
And great teeth. His whole face is
Great
teeth.
teeth.
Yeah. Like, we all know he knows nothing about
he
tires.
looks like one of those pecker piranhas.
He does look like a pecker piranha.
I'm never peeing in the lake again because he just swim right up your pecker.
Yeah,
Why-
so he...
Why aren't you highlighting his voice?
Oh, here's
That's-
another one. Here's a new one. Oh, this one, he looks even rougher. He's got my look. He's got long hair and a big gray beard.
He's got a giant penis.
Okay, he probably does.
Yeah.
Here.
Hey, I'm Ted Williams, the man with the golden voice, and I got a golden tip for you. There's only one tire company right here in Central Ohio that can accommodate your needs with the best of great tires at a reasonable price.
Oh.
Cat's Tires, that's right, #1 when it comes to quality rubber and tires, okay?
I
call
can't
it
hate on a guy
But
for
let me
he's
see.
Yes. Hold on.
Yeah, he's working hard.
Yeah, I'm not hating on him. It's Mr. Cat. I'm telling you because
Yeah.
you.
I thought he was going to say there's only one tire place in Ohio.
I thought he was going to say there's only one tire.
There's only one tire in
Yeah.
Ohio, and it's your
We
turn.
can fight over it.
But you're not even highlighting his golden voice. I don't. That's what.
Yeah.
In the background noise,
Yeah.
there's cars driving by.
It should be ASMR.
You can easily
Yeah.
go onto your phone and type in how
yeah.
do you make your audio quality sound better on your phone.
I want him opening a pretzel packet. He's like, Hey.
Well, it was never about his looks,
Golden
right?
voice.
No,
man.
It was always about his voice. So
Yeah.
they're taking it a step too far. He was never the golden, like, good looking. Like right now, it looks rough. He looks terrible.
I don't think it looks terrible.
But he always looks
he looks
terrible.
pretty rough.
But it's the golden voice bum.
Yeah, it's golden voice.
Just go inside and get a little microphone off Amazon.
And just have him do a voiceover.
And then have him highlight his golden voice.
Let's do a voiceover and you make your butt talk like Ace Ventura.
That'd be funny.
Yeah,
Hi,
like
it's
real
the golden-voiced bum's asshole. It's the golden anus.
You know,
I always want to do a vagina monologues, but it's puppets of vaginas.
I think somebody's already done that.
Really? With
Yeah.
puppets?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure somebody's already done that.
See what happens?
Do you understand this will bother me all
I know,
day long?
I know that, yeah.
The guy hired the golden voice bum and then has horrible audio.
Write him a
all
letter.
But
all his videos.
People do dumb stuff all
Let's
the time.
send him a little
Here, I can help
microphone.
you out.
Do you have an extra lav mic?
I'll change. I do have extra lav mic.
It's so cheap.
Send him one.
No, he won't use it because he's an idiot.
Yeah, he won't use it.
He hired the golden voice bum and he's not even using it.
He's hired him multiple times and not used it, so
Go
it
on
means he doesn't
Team.
care. It means he doesn't care.
It's working, maybe. Maybe it's working.
It's not working.
It's not.
because
It's
it's
not.
not
Only two
highlighted.
people commented on the post.
They're
It was like for
highlighting
6 months ago. All right, let's. You want to do one more?
One more.
Let's try this one right here. That's a good one.
I was listening to the BDM show, and I heard Tom say that Crystal was going to give him a blowjob if he voted. And I was just wondering if, Tom, could you let Crystal know that I voted? Thank you.
You motherfucker.
Well, first she lied.
Oh! Hold on, I didn't play that for that.
You know, because if you just have like an average married person
I'll suck
blowjob
his
later
dick.
on, you can't just say that's for the bet I made 2 months ago. Like, no, this is normal. This is what normal couples do. That I have to be on demand, and it has to be at like a
Sounds hot.
It's gonna be like anywhere I want. It'd be like it's gonna be like a drive-through at
sounding
Sonny's
hot.
barbecue or some shit.
Anyway,
He's got some BDE.
Yeah. Anything to plug? Let's plug a BDM Appreciation Week. Guys, are you a BDM? Well, you may not be. Sign up.
Yeah.
TomandDan.com/registration. Get you to the love meter.
And you may think you
appreciated.
are, but it probably you change your credit card, you let your account lapse, and you're not a BDM. Or you have to check at TomandDan.com because we only send the email out, the invites, and only current BDMs are allowed to buy the $5 BDM T-shirt. And so you have to be a active BDM.
Yep.
It's like if you were BDM 2 years ago. Oh god.
Oh, hey, what'd you have? What'd you have? A big BMT from Subway?
Anything.
I saw
It's
you
all
in
week?
there. He was eating a spicy Italian from. I saw you.
What was
No,
his name?
What'd you have? The big meat trio, right? Or cold cut combo.
Oh, yum.
You know what?
$5
foot longs. Remember that?
That guy is saying that you guys brought it back. One day it won't come back. Be like, that was enough.
It's all week?
I said enough.
Appreciation week?
Yeah, I mean, like we do like a week of like sending out all the stuff, and then we do a party at the end of the week.
Well,
Can I
okay.
extend an offer?
Yeah.
Can we do a special offer for Bungalow or Buddy keychains to
Yeah,
to
hey.
BDMs?
Yeah.
It works. It's a keychain, but it unlocks deals to participating businesses. So we can come up with a promo code. I'll send it to you.
All right.
Oh, that'd be fantastic. Yeah, that's awesome.
Do you want to come out to our BDM Appreciation Party?
When is that?
It's April 19th. I
Yeah,
know. Last year, I think you were doing a weed event.
Oh yeah, you had Yoga High.
Oh,
think.
which is
We-
taking a hiatus.
We got a whip show. We've got a live band, Silver Linings.
We get Silver
Where
Linings,
is
man. Love those guys.
Well, we can't. We're only BDM members.
Oh, only BDMs.
Yeah. I'll
Is
let
it
you
in
know.
Sanford, though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
the same place last year.
They know. I've leaked. I've said it 100 times.
Got a pool.
Okay.
Tank Del shot got
Do you want
shot.
Brenda? Do you want me or Brenda? Who do you want to come?
Have
Anything
you ever
want.
done half? Have you ever done the old school 1970s
I'm not
half
talented
and
enough.
half?
Yeah, that's too
Or
far.
half is Brenda, and you do the you do like the, and then you sing to yourself.
I'm already.
And then you do Milo. I've always wanted to do that. I've always wanted to do the 2-part sing. Man, as a kid when I saw that, I was like, that guy can fuck himself.
Isn't it a pain?
Seriously, it's what I thought.
Isn't it a pain in the ass to like put the makeup on, do all the thing?
Yeah, but it's funny. People treat you differently.
Yeah. So is it like you can be in a character? Because I kind of get the.
Yeah, I'm still myself, but the act of like the wig or whatever, people are just nicer to you when you're in drag.
No, the personalities is the same.
They laugh harder. Yeah, they touch my tits all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have to tell them to, hey, like, come on.
Sometimes some guys will do it and they'll look you in the face.
Oh yeah, those are the closeted. Yeah.
Like they think they're being Trump.
They're
like
squeezing
grabbing
them,
them,
and then they're looking into your eyes like, I'm a cowboy.
Yeah.
I'm conservative and definitely not gay. Oh, this is so good. Right? Is it like that?
Yeah. That's why I can't go.
It's
I can't go to Baghdad.
Good as fuck for them to finally be themselves.
Big daddies. I can't. We call it bag daddies. I can't go there on the weekend because it's too much. It's too much. Bag daddies.
Yeah, it goes hard. It can go hard. Yeah, that's a real bar.
And they're not ready. They see Brenda come in. They're like, oh, post-apocalypse.
Why are they nervous Santa Claus?
I've been preparing for this my whole life.
Oh no! There's a drag queen. Oh.
Yeah.
All right, let's get out of here, buddy.
All right. Bye. So we'll see you on the BDM show on Monday. Daniel's getting his surgery next week on Tuesday. We're preparing for it.
I should be back on Wednesday.
Yeah, we're planning to be back on Wednesday. Limited. We're
We'll
going
see.
to do a little show faster show.
I got to be up and down. I got to do ankle pumps. Do your ankle pumps.
Oh yeah. That's important.
Yeah, so I don't get a clot.
Yeah, no clots for you.
We do have a special coming out on March 21st. We'll tell you about
Never been done before.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that. I think everybody's gonna like it, and we will see you on Monday.
Bye guys.
Hey,
See ya.
bye everybody.
Awesome. Bye guys.